Welcome to James Clemens High School football. We'll be back with the Jets pregame show right after this. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Darryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately. Avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern, character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes local sports. Call 233-8750. Come by our office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. You can also subscribe to the Play Action Sports podcast and listen to it on your favorite platform like iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, or ask Alexa or Google to open the Play Action Sports podcast, keeping you up to date on Athens and Limestone County sports. Play Action Sports.
We are live at Madison City School Stadium for another James Clemens football broadcast right here on PAS Plus. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kirk Pierce. Alongside me, another part of the Tzatziki's touchdown team, Coach Johnny Johnson, the head baseball coach here at James Clemens. Another member of our Tzatziki's touchdown team, our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. And then, wait a minute, we're missing one.
Coach Kimbrew.
Coach Kimbrew. away on fall break tonight, and he's
homecoming with his daughter.
Yes, he is. Homecoming with his daughter. Congratulations to the Kimbrews for all of that. But you are going to be missed, Coach Kimbrew.
Of course you will be.
Absolutely. And the one time I need a sheet from him to keep up with stats that he prints for me, and I don't have it.
And he's not here to see that I've got the right hat on. I caught a bad time last week for wearing the wrong hat and us coming down on the wrong end of that wind. So
no, you're right. You're right.
I got no excuse on my hat tonight.
Speaking of which, last week, Coach Johnson, we were sitting here thinking about, what are we going to talk about tonight? And obviously we've got a big game out there here at Madison City School Stadium. We got Sparkman Senators coming in. They're undefeated, 5-0, 3-0 in Region 4 action. Then you've got James Clemens. They've lost 2 games, both of them against 6A opponents, but they're also 3-0 in Region 4. So this is going to be a big game tonight just to see who takes the lead in the region. But really, when we think about it, last week, James Clemens kind of lost a heartbreaker to Muscle Shoals, because when you look at that, I know it didn't count against the region, but it's still, we had to build off of that. And what do we need to think about tonight based off of last week's game?
Well, last week, number one, we played a good Muscle Shoals team.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look at our losses. I mean, you're looking at Mountain Brook and you're looking at Muscle Shoals. And so we've played some really good non-region opponents. I think the few things to clean up, look, the passing game's got to get cleaned up. We had, I think, 2 interceptions last week that put them in really good territory to get those scores. In a 14-point game, that was a big swing. I think special teams is a big thing to clean up. They messed with us with a squib kick, a sky kick, kicked it deep. Look, they did all kinds of different things, and we had trouble adjusting that. One time gave up the ball right there deep in our territory, again, leading to another score in a 14-point game. And then finally, just the defensive backfield communication. I feel like sometimes if we have an Achilles heel defensively right now, it's been with miscommunication and a big play in the passing game for our opponents. And so seeing how we clean those things up and really move forward and cover all our zones, so to speak, will be important.
So offensively, we've seen Marsh kind of come along. He's gotten better each and every game. Last week, 2 interceptions. You mentioned that. But one of the things that we've noticed consistently about him, if he's able to set his feet, he can get that pass off.
Well, and look, his receiving, yards per completion is around 15. He's about 60% completion, so not terrible numbers at all. And the bottom line is get it to your playmakers, right? And have time to set your feet, get it out, because if you look at Doty and Cooper, Doty's got 500 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Cooper's been the surprise on the big play. He's 20 yards per reception. And then getting Eggert involved last week was big. He has kind of been not really in part of the game plan up to this point, but had 2 big touchdown catches last week. And in his limited time does have 3 touchdowns and brings something the other guys don't with that height.
Yeah.
And so he's, 6'6", 6'7", whatever he is. So those 3 guys. And then the big surprise of the year offensively has been Cam Berry. He was the backup running back, and all of a sudden he's over almost 6 yards a carry right now. So doing an excellent job there offensively.
So we're about a little bit before kickoff tonight against the Sparkman Senators coming in there. Like I said, 5-0, 3-0 in Region 4 action against James Clemens, coming in with 2 losses, again, to 6A opponents, top-ranked 6A opponents, and they're also 3-0 in Region 4 action. You can also check out our PAS Plus mobile app. It's your connection to all of our live streams, along with scores, game archives, and a whole lot more. All you got to do is go to pasplus.net for the download links. One of the things I want to do right before we get into the overall broadcast and start talking about the game that's ahead of us tonight is we're going to take it to the field, because the band is about to play our national anthem, and we don't want to miss any of that because the band does such a great job, John.
They do, yeah. Mr. Anderson and his crew do a great job of preparing them, and they represent us well.
So we're going to take it to the field and listen to our James Clemens Marching Band bring us tonight's national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem is performed by the James Clemens Marching Band under the direction of Keith Anderson and Assistant Director Brian Sims.
That was the James Clemens Marching Band bringing us tonight's national anthem. We're just under 8 minutes before kickoff. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about tonight's matchup. We've got a big game with Sparkman Senators tonight right here on PAS Plus.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Greg Machen Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machen Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachenphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machen Photography. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS Plus. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1-PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit from Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. The in-flight movie quote from Honest Coffee Roasters and PAS Plus.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Johnny Johnson, Tim Lambert, our producer extraordinaire, missing Coach Brad Kimbrough. I hope he's having a great time tonight over with homecoming and his whole family. You sure are missed, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks when we'll be back home right here.
That's so sweet.
It is, wasn't it?
That was really sweet.
I loved that softball. That's what I did, because he's a softball coach.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So tonight, we're talking about tonight's matchup right here with Coach Johnny Johnson, and James Clemens comes in, 2 losses, ranked 6A teams, but you've got a stingy and high score. You got a stingy defense, Sparkman Senators, and a high scoring offense in Sparkman Senators. I mean, they're averaging just a little over 3 points allowed per game. And then on the other side, they're the number 3 ranked offense in the state in 7A. So we've kind of got our work cut out for us tonight.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see who they really are.
Yeah.
They have played a schedule that is a little bit light. And I try to be as nice about that as I can. They are always athletic. They are always good size. Like, they're scary year in and year out. And usually come to this game, and it's usually a high-impact game as far as the region's concerned, like it is tonight. That's been something pretty consistent. But the teams they've played non-region compared to who we played non-region is very different.
Yeah.
And so it will be very interesting to see, number one, how we hold their athleticism down defensively. Mark Woods, who leads our team in tackles right now, is going to have a big night from that safety position. He's got 28 tackles on the year. And then, of course, Brown and Jennings, they've got about 25 tackles apiece, 7 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. I mean, those guys are going to have to be factors like they are week in and week out. I don't know that their offensive line is very, very good. Like, watching them on film, they've got some big guys that they're a little bit slow at times, and I think they're going to have a lot of trouble with Jennings and Brown. Who hasn't, right?
Right,
So,
absolutely.
Just trying to see how they handle the pressure from our defensive front will be interesting.
So the captains are heading out to midfield for the coin toss for
good to
James
see
Clemens.
Poe.
That's what I was just about to say. Our captains tonight, number 91, Frederick Poe. Also, you've got Jalen Brown. You've got Nate Jennings, and you've got Ty Marsh. That's some leadership right there on the field, and also some good defensive linemen.
Yes,
it's good to see Poe back. And James Clemens out there in the jet blue pants trimmed in navy blue with the white stripe right between the navy blue stripes. I love that look right there. Navy blue jerseys with the white numerals, and always my favorite, the jet blue helmets.
Jet blue helmets.
So we're looking at the coin toss right now. Sparkman out there with their white jerseys and white pants, trimmed in maroon and black helmets. And that's what they have. Yeah, that's what they have. It is what it is. So the officials down there making the call, talking to him right now, going over everything, about to have the coin flip there. There it is. We'll see. Who does he look to? He looks over towards Sparkman, which means they won the toss. And so looks like they have deferred to the second half. Let's see. Wait a minute. Maybe not.
Sparkman won and chose to receive. They're going to go on offense. There we go.
Here we go. We're going to get to see this high-powered offense right off the bat. And our James Clemens swarming dog-fighting D right off the bat. Come on now.
The dog-fighting D.
Dog-fighting D.
So we'll get to see the matchup we talked about here with our defensive front and that offensive line. Again, they've got playmakers everywhere athletically. Amari Jabbar, one of the receivers, the running back, the quarterback, all guys that can get after it.
We just got to be in pursuit. We got to make sure that we isolate and close down those lanes. We did not do a great job with that last week against Muscle Shoals, trying to stop the lanes, given that running back, man. He just was able to, yards after contact, just continue. So we got to make sure we're wrapping up and bringing down these runners. And Sparkman takes the field as they bust through their sign. And here come the Jets. Look at those. Look at that. Camo pants. Look at those fans right there carrying the flags. Jets, Jets. I tell you, man, they outran the football team. Of course, football team's jogging. Yeah. So, is that any of your baseball players?
Every one of them. Every one of them, including my son at the front. Of course, he's the slowest one out there, so they can't pass him. So he can't go to the flag at the back. He may get outrun. That S may just be a jet.
Well, I tell you, you might want to give them some off-season sprint duties. Or I expect a high percentage of stolen bases from you this year.
Have you ever seen us play?
Yeah, I've called a few games.
We've been known.
Well, you can follow PAS Network on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever it is, and look for PAS Network on Facebook. We'll keep you updated on scores via Score Stream tonight and throughout the week. Also, make sure you listen out throughout the broadcast tonight. We'll have the North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. We'll bring you scores from around the area. And also, sometime during the first half, you need to listen for the in-flight movie quote during our James Clemens coverage. We'll sneak in a movie quote at some point as part of our play-by-play commentary. And if you know what the movie is, all you got to do is text the name of the movie and the answer to us, also with your name. Text it to 256-431-1PAS. That's 256-431-1727. And you can win a $10 credit to Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison, which, Coach Johnson, you had a little bit of Honest Coffee right before you got here.
I stopped on the way here for a little Honest Coffee.
How was it?
Down the road. It's very good.
A little pooch kick right there by Ortiz. He's going to be picked up by the up man, number 15, and he's going to be brought down at about the 35-yard line. Was not expecting that.
Interesting way to start it. I guess we watched enough of Muscle Shoals last week. We thought we'd try some of it. They did have a little hole there in the center of the kicking team. They had a little gap there, and we got it in there, but interesting way to stop, giving them that kind of field position.
Well, all right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Sparkman from their own 35-yard line. The Jets, dogfighting D out there, the swarming dogfighting D. Navy blue jerseys, jet blue pants, jet blue helmets. Getting excited. 2 splits to either side. 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Sparkman, shotgun formation. Looks like we're going to bring a blitz from the far side. Nope, going to hold back. There's going to be a screen pass out to number 9. Number 9 is going to be wrapped up for a short gain. Several Jets there on the tackle.
Well, the big thing here is their quarterback's been the starter for 3 years now. He's a kid that can really play the game. Josh Ward moves around pretty good for a taller, lankier guy, but really can throw the ball with some arm strength. It'll be interesting to see how accurate he is, but can really sling a football.
So there he is, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, and he gets the first down, throwing it to number 4, Rozier. So he's going to be short of the 50. They're going to mark him at about the 48-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Sparkman, from their own 48.
And they're getting him started with just some short passes here to get him in rhythm and get things going and try to get it to those athletes.
So Jaden Thomas in the backfield along with Ward. 2 splits to either side. I think that's going to be a common theme for the Senators tonight. Ward drops back to pass, throwing deep. Got a man, number 4, catches it. About 6 yard, 7 yard pickup right there. So they're just marching down the field, these little blue passes, probably looking for something to hit big.
And the beauty of what they're doing as far as offensively against our defense is they're not giving our front time to get to the quarterback. As they know that that's going to be a problem, I'm sure, and so they're getting rid of the ball in a hurry.
So Thomas in the backfield, going to be handing off to Thomas, number 7. He makes a cut on the inside, wide open. Now you got to be brought down by the secondary. Fortunately, Brody Stinson was back there and makes a one-on-one tackle, but he does pick up the first down and a lot of yardage deep into James Clemens territory.
Well, it looked like we had some kind of stunt on right there with the linebackers because we emptied the middle and attacked on the outside of our tackles there and left that middle wide open.
2 splits to either side. Ward looking to throw it deep. Throwing it across over there to number 4. That's Rozier. Rozier makes his 3rd catch of this drive and goes out of bounds inside the 15 down to about the 14.
And I don't know if this is a plan going into it or just the way our defensive backs are playing it individually, but giving them a lot of cushion.
There's a lot of zone right there.
So they've got a lot of room to run those comeback patterns.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. Throw across the middle to number 9. He's going to try to cut it across the middle. Picks up 7. It's going to bring out 2nd down and 3 for Sparkman as they are inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. So we're going to say 2nd and 5. Still at the 8. Screen pass out to number 9. Falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
So number 9's Amari Jabbar. He's the other playmaker we discussed a minute ago. He's a transfer from Huntsville High. He was one of their big playmakers last year.
I thought I remember that name, yeah.
And also one of their outfielders on the baseball team. So he's a transfer that came in and a guy that they look to make things happen.
So Thomas in the backfield with Ward. 2 splits to either side. That's the formation that they've had this entire drive. Ward goes up to the center, tells him what he wants, gets the snap, looking to throw to the end zone. Pass is caught by number 9 in the end zone. Jabbar, touchdown.
Man, and you hate that because you had Brody Stinson right there to make the tackle, and he had help coming from the inside. If he tacks the outside shoulder, they sandwich him and stop him short. Brody went for the inside, and that guy spun, and there was no help there for him.
So Jabbar, with the 4-yard reception, caps off a 65-yard drive by Sparkman with 9:50. Really didn't take much time off the clock at all.
No, that was a quick. It happened in a hurry.
Only 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Which is not what you want to hear.
No, it's not. Kick is up, and it is good. So Sparkman, with 9:50 left to play in the opening quarter, take an early lead. Your score, Sparkman 7, James Clemens nothing. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, Tim Lambert bringing you tonight's matchup between the visiting Sparkman Senators, who have taken a 7-0 lead with 9:50 in the opening quarter, and your James Clemens Jets. Back deep to receiver Cooper and Doty. Let's see if they kick it. They are going to kick it deep, and it's going to be Cooper that's going to field it at the 5-yard line. Out to the 20, looking for some room, makes a cut. Still on his feet, 25-yard line is going to be brought down at about the 26. Yeah, that's where they're going to say he went down. So 26, 1st and 10 from the James Clemens 26. And I'm not sure. I mean, it was going to go in the end zone, but he got some extra yards.
Yeah, it was interesting because it looked like there's one he could kind of camp under, and that ball carried on him. He actually caught that ball running backwards towards the end zone, and then looked like he had a big hole up the middle and just kind of took that cut a little later and gave them a chance to catch up before he hit the hole. And, I mean, considering where he caught that, getting it to us at the 26 is a pretty good start.
I think so. So 1st and 10, JC from their own 26. Cam Berry in the backfield with Marsh. You got Cooper to the far side. Doty's closest to us. Now we put Fafori and Eggert in motion. Now we go into the I formation. Berry up the middle, or on the to the far side. Actually picks up a nice 5 yards on that carry. So that's what Barry does. He stays positive yards.
Yeah, he's he's 6 yards a carry guy on average, and we talked about it before the game. He has been such a pleasant surprise
he really
because
has.
He runs so hard. He does not go down at first contact, and not just an overwhelmingly big guy at all, but he just churns those legs and finds a way to get positive yardage.
So 2nd and 5, James Clemens at their own 31-yard line. So they come out with a quick huddle. Come out. Doty split to the us. Everybody else is in tight with an I formation. Now they're going to shift. Nobody jumped on the defense. They've seen that plenty of times on tape. So the handoff to Barry. Barry to the near side. Trying to find a lane. He's got one. Now he's ankle tackled. Past the 35 down to about the 36. Got some penalty markers on the field.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's probably going to be a hold right there, which is too bad. We'd have been close to first down. That was a little weird. You're talking about the shift and us getting people on that. They've seen it a lot, but we kind of messed that up coming out of the huddle.
Yeah.
One of our guys went to the wrong side where he was going to line up after the shift, and he went, oh, crap, and he went over and moved away and then had to move again on the shift. So kind of gave that away right there a little bit.
So 2nd down is going to be they're going to replay the down. Got to move the ball back. So it's going to be 2nd and, they're going to keep going. I don't like that. It'll be 2nd and about 16, maybe 17, as the ball has been moved all the way back to the 21-yard line. Got to get to the 36 for a first down.
Don't like getting these long yardage situations, especially early in the game.
None. So for 4, he goes in motion, looking to ball's on the ground. Sparkman got it. Just a miss handoff right there between
throw the flag.
Ty Marsh and Barry.
He just smacked the ball into the back of the end zone after the fumble recovery. I don't know how that's not a flag. But, look, we've watched this all year long. They get in that pistol and have that long stretch play handoff where Ty's got to kind of come out 3 or 4 steps and reach to give that handoff. And just the exchange right there was bad. He didn't quite get there. The running back almost looked like he was past him and not looking for the ball, like it was going to be a play action. It just, I don't know if they weren't on the same page, but went right off the running back's elbow. I think it was Barry. And Sparkman was right there to fall on it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, Sparkman from the James Clemens 17-yard line. So you've got Ward in the backfield, also Thomas. Ward looking to throw to the end zone. It's overthrown. Pass intended for number 4. That's Rozier.
We had him bracketed pretty good right there.
Double coverage, looked like.
Yeah, had 2 guys there. Can't see. That's not Brody. That is Brody. Stinson was over the top right there and did a good job.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Clock stops at 8:26 in the opening quarter. Sparkman on top, 7-0, looking to try to increase the lead after the turnover. So here we go. Ward puts a man in motion. Going to do an underneath handoff to number 7, Thomas, and he's going to fight his way forward to about the 5-yard line. They're going to say he's short of the 5 to the 6. But that is enough for a first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal. Sparkman from the JC 6-yard line.
Well, and that was almost a disaster for them. They had a lot going on right in front of the quarterback right there. The timing of that whole thing was off, but they found a way to get the running back, and he obviously got a bunch of positive yards out of it.
So Thomas and Ward in the backfield. Trips to the far side this time. Now Ward's looking.
And getting some clarification on what's being run.
13 seconds on the play clock. Fake the handoff. Looking to throw it. Batted down by Nate Jennings. Gets that big hand up there in Ward's face and was able to knock that pass down.
Well, you see that on Saturday and Sunday a lot, right? You get that big tall defensive lineman. He's not going to quite get the quarterback, and what's their job? Get your hands up,
Get your hands up.
He got it up right in time, and that he tried to hit that quick slant to the left right there, and Nate was just right in the way.
It's pass intended for Rozier, and that falls incomplete after Jennings was able to swat that one down. Brings up 2nd and goal from, now they've said, I said the 6 earlier, so it's the 7-yard line.
And you got to watch up here up top, 14. I think that's Brody Slate. He's a tall, athletic receiver, a little different than most.
Quick pass out to number 9. He's going to be trucked down. Mark Woods there, able to get him behind the line of scrimmage, as that was Dubose.
Boy, he came downhill and read that perfectly. Again, every week we say that. Finally, you saw this week, you got some Division I offers this week. Jacksonville State came in. He's a kid that's going to play on Saturdays, and he shows why right there on that, not only the instincts on the play, but then finishing that tackle.
We've been seeing this from him for 3 years now.
Yeah.
And well-deserved getting those offers, and that was a great heads-up play there to bring up 3rd and goal from the 10. Ward looking to throw it to the end zone. It's going to be overthrown. Pass intended for Rozier again, so that's going to bring 4th and goal.
He likes to throw it to number 4, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. If he's not going to throw it to Rozier, he's looking for Jabbar. So that's going to be 4th and goal from the 10. It looks like they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
What a stand by the defense
I love that right there.
You know, considering right back where we were last week, right? Last week it was the interceptions in our own end. Tonight it was the fumble. But holding those guys out of the end zone and forcing an attempt right here is big.
So a 27-yard field goal attempt by Sparkman. As the kicker lines up, there's the snap. Kick is up. And it gets through. So that's going to increase their lead by 10. Your score was 7-12 left to play in the first quarter. Sparkman 10, James Clemens nothing. That was, you talked about the defensive stop. I mean, I'm glad after we witnessed the fumble, able to get one of those Woodard decking and fencing defensive stops right there to cause a field goal. But, you know, a field goal's better than a touchdown. Of course, it'd be better if they had nothing.
Absolutely. When you're your back against your own goal line like that, you know, for them to get that Woodard, what is it, fencing and decking and fencing stop right there, big time, because we watched them go down the field the first drive quick. Boom, 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 and they're in the end zone. Well, if they get that fumble and turn around and go boom, 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 and get in the end zone again, really deflating early in this game.
Absolutely.
And you got to be careful. Now we get a little bit of momentum switch back by getting that stop and hopefully can put something together here offensively or get a big return, something like that.
So, again, Doty and Cooper back deep to receive as number 29 for Sparkman gets ready to kick off from his own 40. So we'll see if they go deep again. Oh, and he slips. It's going to be fielded by the up man. That's DJ Williams. DJ Williams slips. So we did get some rain overnight last night and into today. So
I guess they didn't call him down when he slipped. He must have kept his knee off the ground there. But the kicker planted, slipped, and fell down, so it turned into a squib kick to DJ, which is a guy you like to have a ball, his ball in his hands. But then he slips on a cut when he almost had a big crease right there. He slips and falls and somehow keeps his knee off the ground.
Yeah.
Of course, we've seen him do that before, right? He just bounces off things. But by that time, they were able to catch up with him and get the tackle.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 40 after Williams' kickoff return off the squib kick. So Barry still in the backfield. 2 Marshes left. One split to the far side, one to the near side. Doty is in tight. Now Cooper goes in motion. Cooper goes behind Marsh. Fake the handoff. Looking to throw. Just going to keep it himself. Good smart move right there. Goes out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup.
Little RPO look sent Cooper in motion there, and then he ends up on a wheel route. And it looks like A.J. Little kind of a post, and then obviously had the option to run off that fake handoff.
Well, that's exactly what happened because the cornerback and the safeties, they all went out. The linebackers kind of stayed home, but they weren't able to get out there fast enough. So
when we saw that last week, and he kind of tried to force some throws out of that instead of take the yardage he was given, and tonight he took the yardage and got us about 4.
So we got Doty and Cooper closest to us. Now, Eggert in motion. That's for Forey. Handed off to Barry. Barry got him flagged down. So
that was thrown in a hurry, so I don't know. I never heard a whistle for a false start. Maybe you hope they lined up in a neutral zone. But
no, I could see
it was
over
too quick for a hold, I would think.
Yeah, I'm going to say it was a false start.
Maybe on the receiver?
Yeah. Cooper or Doty, one left a little early is my guess.
If we were betting.
If I was a betting man.
Not in Alabama.
No, can't do that. So here it is. Yep.
There it is. We bagging up.
So there you go. Bag it up. So still 2nd down after that. And, of course, Barry didn't have a whole lot of room on that running play. You know, that pocket really collapsed on him. That lane did. And so this...
he wasn't going anywhere.
No.
But he wouldn't have been backwards 5 yards.
No, that's
Only
true.
good thing is we get to do it again.
So after we move the ball...
they declined it.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
They wanted to go ahead and go to third down.
I like it. All right, so third down and 5.
So the second and 10, they go third and 5.
So third and 5. We're going to go trip stacks to the far side. You got Barry in the backfield. Marsh under center. Going to hand it off to Barry. Barry's got the defense all in his face. Nowhere to go. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't think we blocked anybody right there.
None whatsoever.
And they overloaded that side. There was a bunch of guys there, but I don't know if you look at that and make an adjustment, next time out and go into that formation and run something off of it over this other way. Fake that handoff and maybe roll out to your right because they were all over that play.
You mentioned this earlier with that fumble. That's such a long handoff. It's such a slow developing play. Mm-hmm. And the assumption is that we're trying to also make room for some of these blocks. But if we're not going to get in there and make the blocks, you're letting the defensive get in there, and the play doesn't develop.
That's right. And so especially on a long 3rd and 5.
Yeah, so Ortiz punts the ball, takes a James Clemens bounce. It's still rolling. In the 10, close to the 10, down to the 11. They're going to say 12. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he touched it too early.
Yeah, my man Jessup right there. He's in there excited. He's down there ready to down it, and that ball rolls right to him and was going to continue to roll, but he's picked it up. Guess he thought he had to throw somebody out at first. I don't know. Because it looked like he filled a ground ball right there when it rolled through.
Still got a few months before he does that, Coach.
He don't play. He doesn't play, but that's what it looked like, a ground ball.
Okay. So 5:59 left to play in the opening quarter. Sparkman with a 10-0 lead. They've got the ball now. 1st and 10 from their own 12. So 2 splits to either side. Ward looking to pass. Quick release. Ward hits number 14. That is Slate, and Slate is going to be brought down to about the 16-yard line.
Got a flag down over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that receiver on that far side was blocking and had a hold.
I'll tell you this, watching Ward throw, man, his arm is so fast.
It's quick. And he throws from a kind of a funky angle.
Yeah.
It's low, kind of the old Bernie Kosar. I'm dating myself back to the 80s and early 90s, but what did they call? A hold on us?
He did the face mask motion, but I don't think that's right because
they only moved it 5 yards.
They only moved it 5 yards. So I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Coach McGee does not look happy with it, though.
None whatsoever.
He was holding his head with both hands.
So with that penalty, it gives them 1st and 10 from their own 22.
And Burke is eating this guy's soul over here.
Which we've seen before. So timeout on the field.
Now maybe they're trying to get it right. Having a discussion.
To try to figure this out.
You said he gave the face mask signal, which means it would be 15 yards. It's not a 5-yard face mask in high school football. Or was it supposed to be a hold?
Well, they're talking about it.
Yeah. Something got messed up right there.
Okay, now everybody's happy. Except Coach McGee. Which, understandably so. All right.
Well, we're still working on the next play. I guess it didn't give him a first down.
It did not give him first down. Yeah, the 5 yards because he only got a 2-yard gain.
So it must have been a hold, not a face mask.
Okay.
Got the 5 yards, but it did not give them the first down.
But they're replaying first down, so it's 1st and 1 is what it's showing. So Ward going to hand it off. No, he's going to do a quick sling pass out to Jabbar. Ball's on the ground. It goes right out of bounds. As Mark Woods over there to make the tackle. They do pick up the first down, but strip that ball, but it fell right out of bounds.
That's a tough tackle. You got one-on-one with Jabbar and Woods, and he did a great job of forcing him to the outside and using that out-of-bounds marker as a second defender, and then almost got the fumble out of it.
So handoff to Thomas. Jalen. Yep, there he is. Picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Jalen Ruffin, he's a guy we've called more and more the last couple of weeks at that linebacker position. Is a guy that's becoming a factor, and he shot in there and took a good angle and got the tackle.
So it looks like Thomas is going to come out. He was limping just a little bit after that run, and now you got Jabari Davis as the running back to the right of Ward. Ward fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's rolling to the far side. Throws off his back foot. What a nice tight spiral. Pass intended for number 14, but falls incomplete. Penalty flag on the play.
Probably a hold in the backfield on the scramble right there, but you're right. He's got that short little quick. That's what we were talking about before we went had that last play. That little 3/4 sidearm, quick release. And another one like it, Dan
Phillip,
Marino.
Well, Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers. All of them had that really quick short. They don't come up as high, and they get rid of it quick.
And it's got a lot of spin on it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's moving.
It's tight. It's the downside of that, I guess, is what happened to him down here with Jennings.
Right.
He doesn't release from as high a point, so it can be blocked from time to time. But we've watched him for the last couple of years. He can spin that thing.
Yes, he can. So after the penalty, they're going to move him back 5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 as the ball is at the Sparkman 24-yard line. Ward, still your quarterback. 2 splits to either side. Fakes, no. Now he does the handoff to number 28 on a counter move. Jabari Davis picks up about 4 yards on the carry, so it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Great team tackle right there. Hayes Harrison hit him first and bounced him sideways. And then London Townsend, that's a good-looking young man playing it in that outside linebacker spot, and he really put a hit on him.
So here we go. Let's see this Jets dogfighting D step up right here. Got Jennings. That's Brown.
Jalen. So we're going to give him 5 of it back, but that still leaves him a 3rd and 6.
That was a hard count. You could kind of see that happening right there as Jalen Brown just went on that snap or that clap, and he was in the back.
When you're in 3rd and 11 or 12, what they had right there, I'm sure he's got his ears pinned back, ready to go find a quarterback.
So with that penalty, it takes him to 3rd and about 7, maybe 6. The ball's at their own 33. So here's Ward with the snap, looking to fake the handoff, throws quick pass out to Jabari.
Where are they going to spot it? They're going to spot it short?
They're going to spot it short.
Looks like.
There's no way he got that first down from where he caught it. So that's going to be at about the 37, almost. They're going to say it's closer to 38.
They're going to line up quick and go for it.
So 4th and about 1. It's going to Jabari Davis is your running back.
Tried to draw him off again. Look at Big Poe. He's right on that center.
He really is. Watch that battle. See what happens. So Davis and Ward look to the sidelines, looking for the call. 12 seconds on the play clock. We're under 3.5 minutes in the first quarter. Ward tells everybody what to do. Here's the snap. Gives it the running back. And he's going to be stopped short. That's going to be a Woodard decking and fencing defensive stop. James Clemens, dogfighting D, steps up right there and makes it happen.
You told me to watch that battle. Poe didn't go anywhere. I mean, he put those feet in the ground and just stopped. And the 2 defensive ends came down on top of that. The linebackers filled. We had about 4 guys around that ball carrier. And I'm telling you, Poe never went an inch backwards.
That was a great play right there. You could see that defensive line just collapsing, keeping them from getting the first down. So James Clemens comes out after that defensive stop.
What a job by our defense.
Great job.
You get this, hold them to the field goal. Now you get the 4th down stop. Offense has to do something to help that defense out right here.
So we're going to go stack trips to the far side. Barry, 7 yards behind Marsh as he's under center. Quick pass out to Cooper.
Double pass.
Cooper throwing it across over there, too.
Nobody's there.
Touchdown. Cam Barry on a wheel route.
See it's coming.
Double pass. Cooper to Marsh to Cooper to Barry.
Look, big applause to Coach Ethan Truitt right there, our offensive coordinator. We were just talking about we've got to do something to help the defense out, keep that momentum going. What a well-designed play. We ran the double pass with Cooper, I think, last week, and he threw it to Doty, if I remember correct.
That's right.
Okay. This time, you could see it coming. He got deep on his motion. We threw it out to him. But the thing is, he threw it all the way across the field right there. And you had Barry coming out of the backfield on the wheel route. He could have thrown to Barry or Fafori.
Yeah, he had
both of them were over on this right side of the field all by themselves. But he was on the other. He was outside the hash. I mean, that's a heck of a throw from a guy that's not a quarterback.
I mean, he had to plant and throw across the field. Yeah. So it was a great throw there. So with 3:02 left to play in the opening quarter, James Clemens gets on the board on a 38-yard touchdown reception by Barry. Not from Marsh, but from Cooper. But Marsh did start it.
Yeah, Marsh did start it. Does he get an assist? I mean, is this like basketball?
How
does that work?
I don't know how you score that way.
The big deal for the offense right there is we get some momentum. We feel better about ourselves. Even though it was one big play, we are now 3 points down in our defense. The defense has got to go back out there, though. So they didn't get much of a break. They got one play and an extra point and a kick right here.
So Ortiz lines up. Pooch kick up the middle again. It's going to be fielded at about the 28-yard line by number 22 for Sparkman. He's got a lane. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 40.
Well, I thought we were in trouble there for a minute. 25, Gage Olander, who made that play and forced him out of bounds, was our last guy on this outside. He had started to suck back in towards the middle of the field, and luckily he had enough speed to get back on this outside and stay in his lane.
So with that, they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 41-yard line, so we're going to give him another yard. So 2:55 left to play in the opening quarter. Sparkman and James Clemens. Sparkman on top, 10-7, early in this matchup in this Region 3. Did I say Region 3? Is that right?
I think you did, but I don't know.
I don't think that's right. I don't know.
That's right.
Region 4. It's Region 4. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, we're under 3 minutes. How about that? There we go. 1st and 10, Sparkman from their 41. This Region 4 matchup, Ward over there to number 88. That's his tight end. Boy, his tight end was quick after he caught that ball, planted his foot, and dove underneath Mark Woods before he was finally brought down after a gain of about 6.
Hey, and that's a guy that they haven't used much. And so, he's going to spread the ball around and try to find guys. But he's been, 4 and Rozier and Jabbar have been the 2 go-to guys. So that's somebody different.
So Ward, shotgun, looking to throw again. Throwing off his back foot. He's got to get rid of it. Nope, now he's going to run, keep it himself, and he slides because he saw who was about to lay the smoke on him.
And I'm going to be honest, when he slid right there, the back of his head hit that turf hard.
But he gets up and goes over to the sidelines to get his call, so that's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. So he slid a little early, but he did have Jalen in his face. So 3rd and 1.
Another 3rd and short right here, and they're probably in a 4-down territory. Oh, the chains are moving.
What do they do? I don't understand the. No, okay. So they had it at 3 and 1. The official said no.
He wasn't far enough
3
down.
and 2. So it's 3rd and 2. So Ward, 2 splits on either side. Running back to his left. Going to hand it off. Fake the handoff to throw it out to Jabbar. Jabbar plants a foot. Gets past Woods. He's off to the races. He's gone. Touchdown.
Well, we're in a similar situation to what we had earlier. That it was kind of one-on-one right there where Mark used that sideline and really ran him to the sideline and then almost got the fumble. That time he cut back to the middle, and we didn't have anybody there to help.
So a 52-yard touchdown reception, Ward to Jabbar. And as soon as he was able to plant that foot, get past Mark Woods, he was off to the races.
Well, kind of deflating after our big play right there. They turned right back around and did the same thing.
So with 1:28 left to play in the opening quarter, after this extra point try, Sparkman trying to do I wasn't much, but he got it through there. So 17-7 with 1:28 left to play in this opening quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the next kickoff. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. 1:28 left to play in the opening quarter. A 10-point lead, 17-7. It's Cooper and Doty back deep to receive. Doty going to come up. Fielded it about the 15, bobbles it, but no, keeps it. No, that's Cooper.
That's Cooper.
Check that, trying to find a way to bounce to the outside. Lost a little bit of yardage on that, but still gets it out to about the 22-yard line, so 1st and 10, James Clemens.
Yeah, no, he's trying to make something happen right there, but you'd really like, at one point, just put your head down and go forward as many as you can get it. And but he's a guy that's used to making plays and outrunning people around corners, so he was trying to make something happen right there.
Well, Sparkman's got just as much speed. That's the only thing. I mean,
that's right.
So this is –
you're not going to outrun Sparkman.
No, they've got just as much talent, and so far they've shown that defensively and offensively. But we had one turnover, so they were able to get 3 points off a turnover. But really 2 touchdowns, a good touchdown drive to open the game, and now James Clemens with the ball. Now you've got Williams in the backfield trying to find a lane. He does.
There's
past the 30. There he is at 35-yard line. So that's going to be a first down. Nice 11-yard pickup there by Williams.
That's the DJ we hadn't seen in a while, right?
That was
the
quick,
guy
too.
That was a little patient, found the hole, and then when the hole was there, hit it hard and got uphill or downhill, whichever way you want to say it. He was going straight.
He was going straight. But he was able to find that hole and plant that foot, and you could see it developing. All right, so now Williams still in the backfield to the left of Marsh. You got Doty on the top side. You got Cooper down close to us. Looking to throw it to Doty. Now he's going to have to run. Get out of it. Throws it up in the air for Doty. Doty makes the catch as he's going out of bounds at the Sparkman 40-yard line. I mean, Marsh basically just threw the ball up where Doty was running to, and he was the only one that could catch it.
Well, when you got a good rapport with a receiver, that's what it's supposed to look like, right? He actually looked like he was going to throw the post, had to step to the side because of some pressure, and then, man, he floated that thing into a hole over there and just let him run to it.
So Williams with the handoff, going to be brought down for a huge loss as the defensive end was able to get back there and just sling DJ down.
Not sure what that was, if we were pulling our center right there, because the guy that made the tackle and pushed in the backfield was on Coleman right there, and Coleman's our center, but it was out near the end. So I don't know if that was a pull right there and the pull just got beat. Not sure.
So with that loss of 6 yards, it'll be 2nd and 16 now from the Sparkman 46-yard line. We need to get all the way down to the 30 for a first down. So two people in the backfield. Now we're going to put Williams in motion. Doty going to throw the screen to for no, that's Eggert. Eggert's wide open down the 30, makes a cut past the 25, falls forward to about the 22-yard line. First down, James Clemens.
Well, and that's a guy we've talked about really needing to get him involved because he's got such a different skill set. And you can see for a tall, long guy, he's athletic, he can run. And so we get it on a little bubble screen to the tight end right there, and he cuts up in the middle, and it was wide open for him to gain some big yardage.
So after that, that'll be the last play of the quarter. Your final for the quarter. Final for the quarter. Sparkman 17, James Clemens 7. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you second quarter action. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS+.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Attention all you James Clemens football fans out there. Play Action Sports and Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe are teaming up to bring you Time Out with Tzatziki's. Listen to James Clemens football from Play Action Sports, and during the first time out of every game, we'll announce the winner of a $10 gift certificate from Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe in Madison. Just go to PASnetwork.net, enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Time Out with Tzatziki's from Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football, right here on PAS+. As we get ready to start second quarter action, Marsh under center. Going to fake the handoff. Now he's going to give it to, is that for Forey? For Forey, breaking it out, showing some speed as he gets out past the 10-yard line, picks up the first.
Oh, now we got a late flag. We're going to get a taunting. Yep. Looked like something on Doty. Well, look, back to the play, and it's unfortunate, but we put in the old I formation fullback trap.
Yes, we did.
I was told that was coming this week, and there it was right there. Nobody had seen it up to this point, and boy, we got a big gain out of it with Fafori. But
so we'll see what the penalty flag is. It does look like it's going to be against Doty and James Clemens after that pickup.
So we get the first down because it was dead ball.
Yeah.
And then we'll back it up, so we lose the yardage.
And it's going to be first and goal because he was inside the 10 when he was tackled, so it was going to be first and goal from the 8.
From the 25.
24, yeah, between the 24 and 25-yard line. So that's a long way to go in 4 downs.
Yeah, Not sure what happened right there, what set him off, and that's something you don't see out of Doty.
No, you really don't.
Something had to have happened down there.
So 1st and goal from the Sparkman 25-yard line after the penalty is assessed. We're going to have Cooper and Doty to the far side, Williams in the backfield, Marsh in the pistol.
False start.
And I think we got a false start.
Left guard.
Yeah, so false start's going to move us back. 2 penalties in a row keeps us pushing us back.
Yeah, looked like the left guard flinched right there for us. Boy.
I mean,
After
just killer right
positive
there.
things happening right there, we are finding ways to go the wrong direction right now.
So 20 seconds have been marked off the clock in the second quarter, and we've had a big play, then a penalty, and then another one. So here we go. I don't even know how to count this one out. So going to hand it off to Williams. Williams trying to find some room. That was a horse collar, but he was able to get by. Past the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. So he picks up some of the yardage that we needed.
That's a big run because that guy beat our offensive tackle, it looked like, and was in the backfield and went up, grabbed him, like you said. It looked like he's fixing to horse collar him, and DJ just kind of ducked it. He lowered those shoulders, and it came right out of that guy's hand and ended up getting quite a few yards.
So 2nd and goal. Well, you know what? So wait a minute. They've still got the yard markers out there.
Yeah, so
maybe
we can get a first down.
2nd and 9. We'll see. We'll see if we get past that marker and they give us a first down.
There it is.
Got him to jump off. So that was a defensive offsides. So that's
going to be careful right there too. DJ, after they did that, he's doing some kind of dance with a loser sign. Like he's going to end up with another 15-yard penalty. That's stupid.
Of course, they didn't call it when the dude punched the ball towards the end zone.
I guess that's true. That's true.
So, I don't know. I'm just being picky now. 10:35 and counting in the opening half. Sparkman up 17-7. James Clemens with an opportunity to cut that lead. Marsh under center. Everybody shifts. Still got him to jump again. So they jumped again.
Man, back to back.
That's unusual.
And does that give us a first?
It definitely gets close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First down, brother.
So now we're at, okay. So they did put the yard markers out there. So 1st and goal. Nope, it's not 1st and goal.
No, we're still outside of the 10.
Yeah.
Looks like Sparkman's going to take us to a
Taziki's timeout. That's right. Good job, Johnny.
I'm learning.
One day you're going to Tim, he's not getting my job. So that's the first time out of the game. Sparkman calls it. It's time now for our timeout with Taziki's. All you got to do is go online to pasplus.net, enter your name for Timeout with Taziki's, and listen during the first timeout of each and every James Clemens game as we announce the winner of a $10 gift card from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison. Tonight's winner, Suzanne Carroll. Suzanne Carroll, you are our Timeout with Taziki's winner.
Suzanne.
Congratulations.
Enjoy some Taziki's. I did for my pregame meal.
Me too. That was a nice gyro.
Grilled beef gyro.
That was awesome. Appreciate Taziki's doing what they do as being a sponsor and also sponsoring Timeout with Taziki's. Suzanne, enjoy. Suzanne Carroll, our Timeout with Taziki's winner, right here on PAS Plus. All right, coming out of the timeout, 10 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. James Clemens with a 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. So 2 penalties pushes us back. Then we get those back off of 2 offside penalties. Doty in motion. Marsh has got Williams to his right. Rolling out to the far side, looking to throw. Throw it deep. He's got Cooper in the corner. Now he's got a cut. Start running, Marsh. And he does. Picks up a couple of yards on there. You couldn't see Cooper make that cut towards the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, it happened really late when he was on that rollout. And he had 2 guys on him. But if he lobs it to the back deal.
Just like what he did over here.
You got one guy that can make a play or nobody makes a play. And that was the only shot we had because they really had it covered well.
Yeah. So 2nd and about 7 after he picked up 3 yards on that scramble. Going to have Williams behind him, Doty and Cooper closest to us. Fafori also closest to us, but he's a little bit tighter. Marsh in the pistol. Going to give the handoff to Williams. Williams with a burst of speed. And then he is met right there at the line of scrimmage. Tackled hard. Gets up quick, though. Still picks up about a yard.
I did not catch a number on that, but
it was a pop.
Now, DJ was running downhill in a hurry. That's as fast as I've seen him move in a while. But, boy, that linebacker came in and laid the wood.
So he comes out. Barry goes in. So Williams going to come over here for a breather. He looks good. We can see him right here. Took his helmet off. Needs to get us a little bit of water. So 3rd and about 6. Doty goes in motion. Marsh rolling to the near side. Underhand fan. Throw it to the lineman. Still picks it up.
Why'd they call it dead?
Is that not behind the line of scrimmage?
Oh, my gosh. It was a backwards pass, and somebody blew the whistle.
Pass was caught and then dropped by Jaden Johnson.
I think he was actually going to throw that ball.
So the officials went crazy there and blew the whistle once it hit the turf. But he was behind the – you're right.
It was a backwards pass to one of our linemen who I think was going to throw the ball. I think it was going to be another double pass.
Yeah.
But he drops it. He then picks it up and runs it for a touchdown.
And they blew the whistle.
But they blew the whistle. So they can't give us the touchdown.
They can't
spot the ball where it was.
The only thing you can do is
replay it, right?
Better come over here and talk. So the ref's going to come over here and talk.
That'd be the old inadvertent whistle.
So listen up. We'll tell you while they're talking, I'll remind you guys that you need to listen for our in-flight movie quote. During the first half of James Clemens coverage, we'll sneak in a movie quote at some point as part of our play-by-play commentary. If you know what it's from, just text your name and the answer. So they're going to say 3rd down. Text us the answer to 256-434-1PAS. That's 256-434-1727. If you know the answer, you could win a $10 gift card from Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison.
So I guess maybe they're just going to replay it. We were at 3rd already, right? 3rd down? And it looks like the ball's spotted right back where it was, if I'm not mistaken.
So 3rd and about 6.
So they're going to call inadvertent whistle and just replay the down.
Yeah, because, that's a touchdown. They just took points off the board.
Well, is it because the whistle blew, so did they quit tackling us? Because one of our linemen ran for about 6-yard touchdown right there.
So Barry in the backfield. Everybody shifts. Nobody jumps. I formation. Going to hand it off to Barry. Barry trying to find a lane. He's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. Going to bring up fourth down.
Man, I know that's the way we run that stretch play right there, but against the speed of Sparkman, it seems like it is hard for us to get out there and find a hole. They're beating us to the point of attack.
So 4th down as Ortiz is going to come out and attempt a field goal with 8:35 and counting left to play in the first half. So he's going to line up at about the 19, so it's going to be a 29-yard field goal try. It's well within Ortiz's range.
Absolutely.
It's just a matter of can we get a good snap and a clean kick. Snaps high. Kick is up.
And get there, ball.
And it does. It gets in there. So with 8:12 left to play in the opening half, Sparkman 17, James Clemens 10. And that drive right there, Johnny, was just a hodgepodge of, if you will, of different things happening. We had a great drive. We made some good passes. And then we get down to start the second quarter. And then we shoot ourselves in the foot, move the ball back.
Twice.
And then we end up getting the penalties back because we made them jump off sides. And then we couldn't get anything going once we got back.
Yeah.
And then they blew an inadvertent
whistle on a lateral pass to a lineman who dropped it, then picked it up and scored on the run.
Brad is missing. I would have loved to have heard what he would have said right there.
Yeah, what would his description have been on that?
I'm sure he'll text us if he's listening. He'll let us know what that description was.
Oh, my goodness.
So Ortiz getting ready to kick the ball back to Sparkman. Sparkman, 17 points in the first half so far. 3 of those points came off a fumble recovery deep inside James Clemens' territory, and that was all they were able to capitalize on. Our defense has done a really good job of kind of keeping them in check. However, they have broken some big plays. He's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line by number 22. He's going to be tackled at about the 23-yard line, so 1st and 10 Sparkman from their own 23.
Dylan Brandon there on the tackle for the Jets. Look, this is the first time we've really kicked it like that, right?
Yeah.
And we saw another slip right there. We had a guy ready to make that tackle and slipped again. So the turf a little slick.
So Brad did text us and said he's just going to have to watch the film on that one. You won't believe it when you
I
see
had
it.
somebody else send me a picture of our lineman trying to catch the ball behind the passer, so it was definitely a lateral.
Okay. So Ward, 1st and 10, trips to the near side, one split to the far side, running back in the backfield with him to his left. Going to put a man in motion. Going to hand it off to the up man, the running back, number 7. He's going to fight his way forward. Nice pickup, positive yards of about 6 yards, almost 7. Kind of makes a slap play as he comes through. Kind of slaps at the helmet of our defenders.
Yeah, and our defender didn't like it. Hayes Harrison. There was a few words exchanged. The referee stepped in and stopped it pretty quick.
So pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for Sparkman. Trips to the near side again. It's a quick start right there by the running back. Screen pass out there. Mark Woods is able to wrap that one up, but it wasn't just Mark. And I tell you, I don't know, I can't. Number 15 right there for James Clemens. That is Noah Hartley. No, that's not Hartley.
William Richards.
I'm looking at William Richards. Yes,
that's one we hadn't caught a whole lot of.
He was able. He got back there to disrupt that and gave Mark Woods an opportunity to come in there.
Absolutely beat the block and really almost got blocked in the back past the play, or he'd have made the play.
So 3rd and about 4 for Sparkman with under 7 and counting in the second quarter. Ward trips to the far side. He's going to have one split to the near. That's Rozier. Now, got a blitz. And Mark Woods. Pass intended for Jabbar, and Mark Woods just puts his hand out there and swats it down.
Great job of not getting an interference call, too, because he could have come through him to get that ball, and instead he used that long, he got those long arms, and he stopped his momentum and just reached around and swatted it away.
So you see the punting team for Sparkman come out onto the field with 6:45 in the first half. So this will be the first time we've seen their punter, as Doty is going to line up.
Now, I will say in pregame, the guy that they had punting, he had a pretty good leg and was turning some spirals over. So it'll be interesting to see how he looks here in that live action.
So Doty standing at about his 35-yard line. High snap. Boy, he's able to get it.
Ooh.
Almost got a hand on that one. Doty waves fair catch. Going to field it at the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 34.
Well, I thought for a minute we were going to get a running into the kicker right there. Pretty close. We also got real close to blocking that thing.
I thought we were going to have a block right there. So James Clemens going to be 1st and 10 from the own 34-yard line with 6:37 left to play in the opening half. Have you thought of a movie quote yet?
No, I got a couple. I'm flipping
working
through
on
here,
something?
working on.
Okay.
The deal is we got to work it into the flow of the game.
It's got to be natural. It's got to be natural. It's not apple bottom jeans, is it?
No. I did get asked to work in some Nelly stuff tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do. 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 34. Marsh puts 2 people in motion. Before they come set, that's Doty and Fafori. Check that. That was Eggert. Fake the handoff to Williams. He's got to get rid of it. Marsh scrambling. Lobs passes over to Doty, and Doty just makes a sliding catch.
There's got to be a flag on that, right? Boy, we got away with it right there.
Was he across the line of scrimmage?
No, but we had 17 linemen, 12 yards at the field, 15 yards downfield.
So they're going to say he caught the ball. So he got it out to about the...
No, they called it incomplete, I guess.
Okay.
Or they're discussing the...
I don't know what they're just... There's no penalties on the field.
They waved the flag off. There was a flag.
All right, so waving the flag off.
There's one way over here. They waved it off and gave us the catch. So confused because
that was a 9-yard catch.
Ty's looking to throw the whole time. A.J. Little, who he's trying to throw it to out on the right side sideline over there, was set up trying to block. He's like mirroring the defensive back like it was a run play. And so our lineman, by the time we threw that pass, was about 15 yards downfield. It looked like.
So Doty made a sliding catch, got 9 yards on it, brings up 2nd and 1. So Williams in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. Looking to find a lane. Slips as he tries to plant. As a defense comes in there and lost a yard on the play, so 3rd and 2.
Again, nowhere to go on that stretch play. There's the flag.
Yeah,
there's a lot of mouthing going on. And again, this is always a chippy game because it seems like we always get to this point in the season and both teams have a chance to win the region. It's typically that way, and it's always chippy.
Well, after that play, I mean, let's see what he says. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Sparkman.
Yeah.
So as soon as he made the tackle against Williams, he's jumping up, getting right in his face.
Yeah, and Williams kind of said something back, and then he walks off, and then something else was said right there, and it must have had one of those bad words in it.
So with that penalty, that's going to give James Clemens a first down. After that, so should give him a first down.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, just waiting for him to mark it off.
15 extra yards.
Waiting for him to mark it off. Here we go.
They may have to discuss it.
So that's going to be a James Clemens first down into Sparkman territory as we basically flip the field just a little bit. As it's going to be marked at the Sparkman 43-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from the Sparkman 43. We're going to have Williams and Doty in the backfield to either side of Marsh. Looks like Eggert and Cooper split, or is that Little? Can't see it from here. So 2 splits to the far side. 2 in the backfield. Doty goes in motion. Sets up that screen pass. Nope, we're going to hand it off to Williams. Williams bounces off one tackler, puts his head down.
Good job.
Goes forward to about the 35-yard line, so a nice pickup there of about 8 yards. So it's going to be second and short, about 2.
I'm going to brag on Williams right here. DJ, you know, one of the things I think kind of why Barry has been successful and kind of moved in that starting role is he's run really, really hard. DJ tonight is running hard.
Yes,
That's
he is.
as hard as I've seen DJ run this year. And maybe, boy, if they both get on board being that way,
Oh, man.
that would
Nice
be a
little
tremendous help to our offense.
Nice little 1-2 punch. Going to hand it off
There's
to
that.
Fafori up the middle. He dives forward. Looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Tried
So
that fullback trap right there we talked about, and he got close.
So waiting on the yard marker. So they're going to say, yeah, they're going to give him a first down. So 1st and 10 for Forey. Picks up the necessary 3 yards. So 5:13 left to play in the opening half. Senators up 17-10 on the Jets. So kind of
that's
giving a nice
big.
little wrinkle there with the I formation. We've seen the I formation several weeks in a row, but we haven't seen us utilize the fullback.
Absolutely.
So good.
And that's something you do as the season goes on, right? You start adding a little wrinkle here or there as you get more and more comfortable.
So we ran out of time. It looks like Coach McGee called timeout because the play clock was down to about
It took
1.
a long time to get that play in, and then we had the motions on top of that and just ran out of time.
So we'll do a North Alabama Gas District scoreboard serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. Tanner 14, Hatton nothing in the second quarter. Athens up 21-7 over Coleman in the second quarter. Elkmont 14, Colbert Heights nothing. That's in the first quarter. And Fairview 14, Ardmore with 2. So they got a little safety
Got a little
there.
safety action.
That action's in the second quarter there. That is your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. Uh-oh. So 4:48 left to play in the opening half.
Yeah.
James Clemens with the ball. 1st and 10 from the Sparkman 33-yard line. So I like it.
This will be big if we can sustain. I can't spit that out tonight. Sustain this drive.
It's all right.
With 4:48 left, I would
Words
like
are
to see
hard.
us keep marching down here and run some more time off this clock and then punch it in and tie this thing up right before half. And we're getting the ball.
And we're getting the ball. That's right. And words are hard. I was going to tell
Words
you.
are hard.
Yes. All right, so Cooper split to the near. Doty, closest, back in the I formation. Going to fake the handoff. Now we're going to roll it out. He's got Fafori. No, that's Little.
No, that's
it's
Fafori.
Fafori.
Yep, you had it. Oh, no.
That is not
Eggert.
Eggert.
Now you got me confused. That is definitely not Fafori.
I ran through all of our other receivers other than Doty and Cooper.
Anybody not Doty or Cooper. And we get them mixed up because they're about the same size. And they're 1 and 11.
Yeah. So anyway, great reception there by Eggert.
Well, we finally had the fake off the stretch play, right?
That's exactly what it
We've been talking about
was.
something coming off of that. Fake the stretch and had him coming out the other side.
So Doty is going to split to the far side. Picks up 7 yards on that reception. Eggert does from Marsh. Cooper closest to us. Looking to throw. He gets rid of it. Throws it up. And he is pushed down and caught in the end zone by Ty Doty. Touchdown, James Clemens.
Okay, I'll take a quick touchdown, too. It's okay. I'll take it.
26-yard touchdown reception. Marsh to Doty. Saying that never gets old.
So we talked about earlier with the pass on the sideline. He threw to an open space and let him run and go get it. And that the kind of the camaraderie that they have to have between each other to do that. Same thing there.
Right.
He ran that flag or whatever you want to call it to the back corner, the fade, and Ty just threw it up towards the end zone and let him go run and get it.
Here's a snap. It's high. Ortiz's kick through the uprights. We're knotted up with 4:01 left to play in the opening half here at Madison City School Stadium. We'll take a break. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. Tied up at 17 apiece. Sparkman and James Clemens. Ortiz's kick goes into the end zone. So touchback there. So Sparkman with an opportunity to close out with 4 minutes left in this opening half. So this is a high-scoring offense. Not allowing a whole lot of points, but now they've allowed 17. So
but
I'm
again,
liking it.
We've given them some chances, right? They had the first drive where they went down in a hurry and scored, and then they busted the big play on that little screen where we missed the tackle. But then that other three came on us, giving them the ball inside our 20.
So 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line as Sparkman Senators as Ward comes out. He's going to have two splits on either side and a running back in the backfield with him. That is Jaden Thomas. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas up the middle. He's got some room. Only one man to beat.
Fumble,
now the ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Mark Woods. Was he there?
I think they got it back. Boy, that's a great job. So they busted a long play right up the middle right there, and I thought for a second there was a face mask, but I guess we got him by the top of the shoulder pads, and then we came in and did a good job of stripping that ball away, but there was just nobody around to fall on it.
So 1st and 10 after the big pickup, they're lining up ready to go, and we haven't even got the yard marks. The first down markers put down. Sling pass out to Jabbar, and Jabbar's going to lose some yardage on that. Loss of about 2 on that play.
He had nowhere to go right there.
Dude, that was so confusing. I mean, they did the long run there. Mark Woods was able to strip that out, but they were able to fall back on it. And then they tried to hurry up. We didn't even get the sticks moved from the first down, and they were running the play. I'm surprised the officials didn't stop the clock and let the chains move.
Well, I mean, really, if you're trying to go hurry up, you can't stop it there. If they don't make a change in personnel, it's hard for them to stop once you set the ball. Because really the marker is the important thing, not the chains.
True. So 2nd down and 12 from their own 42. Handoff to Davis up the middle. And he's going to be stopped for about 2 yards after a pickup of 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Sparkman.
But the bad part for them is they tried to go quick and got lost yards. Tried to go right up the middle again, lost yards. So now they're in a 3rd and 10 right here.
We can get a big defensive stop right here.
Yeah.
It'd be a great time for a Woodard decking and fencing defensive stop right here for James Clemens. Get the ball back with a little over 2 minutes left in the first half. And then, of course, we get the ball again to start the second half. So Sparkman comes out. We're going to do 2 wideouts to either side. Running back in the backfield is Davis. Or check that, Thomas. Ward is your quarterback. Ward dropping back to pass, looking to throw. Throws it over to the sidelines, gets the first down to number 4. That is Rozier. We have not called his in a while.
And that's the play they run to him, right? We've given him that big cushion, and he runs that little comeback pattern right past the sticks, and they've had a lot of success running that pass.
So 2 minutes. He goes out of bounds. 2:01 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the James Clemens 44.
But not the 55.
Not the 55. Dropping back. Throwing it again over there to Rozier. And he makes the catch. Absolutely. Right there on the sidelines.
No, he dropped it, I think, didn't he? Yeah, dropped that pass.
Okay.
I think it went right through his hands. Hard to see over that sideline.
It really is. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Clock is still running. They need to put about 20 seconds on that clock. I don't know if they're going to tell
Because they thought
him.
he caught it too, I guess.
Yeah, the clock was still running. All right, minute 36 in the first half. 2nd and 10. Sparkman from the James Clemens 44. Mark Woods is your free safety. Got to get rid of it. They do. To number 5, he's got a blocker. And then, of course, he runs right into the arms of Ruffin.
Jalen Ruffin, that's, again, a good tackle up high. A lot of times you don't want to hit those guys that got a head of steam up there high like that, but he hit him high just almost chest to chest and then just turned him over to the side.
Scared, say scared. He was not scared.
He was not scared.
So 3rd and 4 for Sparkman with 1:09 and counting left to play. 2 timeouts, both teams in this first half. They still got 2 timeouts remaining. Ward, shotgun, got the running back, fakes the handoff, looking to throw it deep. Throws it over towards the sidelines, incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I'm going to be honest. They had the guy on the post right there, 88. I can't remember his name, the guy that we talked about earlier. They've only thrown to him once. They had him on a post pattern open.
So 4th and 4 for the Sparkman Senators with 53 seconds left to play in this opening half. Score knotted up, 17 apiece. It's been a really, really enjoyable here and there first half. It's a lot of action going on.
Yeah, and really right here, they're going to go for it. 4th down, 53 seconds. Why not? They're at the point of the field where
it's really 4 down territory.
No point in punting.
So puts Jabbar in motion. Jabbar goes from the far side to the near side. We're going to have trips closest to us. Now Sparkman's going to use their second timeout with under a minute left to play.
You're killing me, Smalls.
In the opening half.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, you know, it's all about that. You swing like a girl. I don't even know if you could say that nowadays, right?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls. Let's see, what can we plug here? Look for the monthly Play Action Sports column in Athens Now. We'll update you on what's been happening in local sports news, as well as upcoming games and events. The paper is free and available at businesses all around the area. But you can also listen for the in-flight movie quote during our James Clemens coverage. Just saying. We'll sneak in a movie quote at some point as part of our play-by-play commentary. And if you know what movie it's from, just text your name and the answer to 256-434-1727. And you can win a $10 credit to Honest Coffee. But you're killing me, Smalls. Here we go.
It's good coffee.
It's great coffee. We're being honest.
We're being honest. There you go.
4th and 4. They're going to punt. The ball is bobbled, and he is down. He is tackled at the 49-yard line.
49 seconds left. We get the ball at about midfield.
So we've got 2 timeouts and 49 seconds to go, 51 yards.
How about that?
I like it. At least get in there, get within Ortiz's field goal range, and try to steal a quick 3 points.
Absolutely, and I'm not sure exactly where that is because it's not a huge leg.
No.
But he's got some accuracy.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 49-yard line. After the bobbled punt, punter just fell on it because he had Jennings in his face.
And you never know with Coach Truitt. Look.
I have no idea what's going on here. And we're snapping it. Throw it out to Doty. Why is he calling?
Who called timeout?
I don't understand.
He just called encroachment on us.
How? False start?
So the guy that called threw the flag over here gave the encroachment sign and pointed towards our side.
And then we did a false start.
And then the referee, I guess, corrected him and said, no, that's a false start. We came out. We had 3 different pods of players across the field. We had that look a couple weeks ago and scored off of that.
So the pass was caught by Doty, and he had a line of blockers, but they caught it.
So I was trying to say, you never know what Coach Truitt's going to pull out right here, and then he does that.
So Fafori goes in motion. Cooper and Doty to the far side. Marsh looking to throw. Got a man in his face. Got a scramble. Steps up in the pocket. Still on his feet. He's going to run it. Get to the out of bounds. Goes out of bounds at the original line of scrimmage. So he's down at about the 49. Now they're going to say he went out of bounds on our side of the 50. Now they're going to say he's back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10. So he picks up 5 yards on that play.
This makes my head hurt.
Me too. My head's. I'm trying to call this. I'm looking at yard markers. It's a lot. All right, so Williams in the backfield. Marsh fakes the handoff to Williams, looking to throw deep. Finally throws it over there to Little. Little makes a shoestring catch.
It's a nice adjustment.
Keeps his hands underneath it, yeah.
We talked about that last week. Remember, before he had one like that, and he didn't come back and get it.
Right.
I mean, not before. Eggers. We were talking about that a few weeks ago. That must be something with the receivers. They had a conversation about, look, if it's floating up there, come get the ball. And he did a great job of adjusting to that ball. It was underthrown and floated to him and got his hands underneath it.
So James Clemens is going to call their second timeout of the first half with 30 seconds left to play in the opening. And You're Killing Me, Smalls, is from the Sandlot, Weston Davis. Weston Davis, congratulations. You are our in-flight movie quote winner. You win a $10 credit to Honest Coffee because you identified You're Killing Me, Smalls.
And I'm Weston, I'm telling you, I had a little Honest Coffee on the way in today, and it was outstanding.
So congratulations to Weston. We got winners going right and left. We're giving out timeout with Taziki's. We're giving out in-flight movie quote Honest Coffee winners. We'll give away some Lawler's barbecue at the end of the game with our Lawler's fan of the week. We'll do the Mellow Mushroom player of the game.
We're all about food.
Love it. All right, Williams in the backfield. Marsh under center fakes the handoff to Cooper. He's rolling to the near side. Got to get rid of it. Just kind of lobs it over.
No.
Almost intercepted.
Ty, just throw that away.
Yeah, Cooper actually, it went through the linebacker's hands and almost fell into Cooper's hands, but that would have been bad. That would have been.
Burgess. Coach Burgess is a constant listener. I think his wife put in on the movie quote a little late.
Sorry.
He said he needs to see the timestamps.
Join us in 2 weeks. We'll do this again. All right, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Doty goes in motion. Marsh rolling to the far side. Penalty flag on the field.
Flag down.
So he's just going to throw that one out of bounds.
Smart
play.
That's what we needed to do last time.
So 16 seconds left in the opening half. Penalty flag is going to be more than likely a false start against us. So it's going to move us back unless they decide to decline it and make it 3rd down.
And I will say this about Coach Burgess, going back to the Honest Roasters, our great sponsor. That may be one of the most competitive individuals I've ever met.
So that was a false start, and they are going to move us back 5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down. We'll replay the down. 2nd and 15 from our own 39, or from the Sparkman 39-yard line.
How would you like the job of these two young men that have the towels in their hand on our sideline?
Just wait. Just got to hold it up.
They hold them up behind the guys giving signals.
So Doty and Williams. Williams goes in motion. Marsh looking to throw. Throws a little screen pass to Doty. Doty's got some room. Got a blocker. Makes another man miss. Trying to find some more room. Cuts it across. Another juke move. What in the world? It's a foot race to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, James Clemens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a run. Reception by Ty Doty. 39-yard touchdown reception.
What just happened in the middle of the field?
Doty happened.
It looked like he had 5 guys around him in the middle of the field. He does a little stutter step, stop and go, move, and everybody converged like he was just going to take the tackle, and then he just took off again.
I thought he was down several times, and he was still coming through the crowd. Ortiz, kick up, good. 2 seconds left on the game clock for the first half, and we take a 7-point lead going into halftime. And, Johnny, we get the ball back.
And there's a flag.
So
it's getting chippy.
So Marsh.
Let's see if this is offsetting, who it's on, because this could affect the kickoff.
It could.
Which you almost wish the clock would have ran out if it's on them and we get into the second half. See what happened here.
Doty with a 39-yard touchdown reception.
Offsetting penalties.
So those are going to offset, yeah. Okay.
Got a little chippy after the play.
So we're going to 2 seconds. Ortiz is going to have to kick off to Sparkman. And barring, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut after that.
Coach McGee is letting them have it.
Got it. Cannot fall into the trap of mouthiness.
Look, and this is what happens.
Yeah, it's hard.
This is the deal. It's chippy, whether it's Bob Jones, whether it's Sparkman, whoever.
It'll be chippy next week against Austin.
Traditionally, these are chippy games. We've done a good job traditionally of staying out of it. And we let the other team kind of shoot themselves in the foot. We don't want to fall into that trap like you just said.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard because I know you and I both know what's said out there.
I'm laughing. I just got a text from Burgess. The best call of the year, Doty happened. When I said, what just happened? You said Doty happened. That's about accurate.
So squib kick's going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line. Clock is out. It's at 0, so we just got to bring him down. Get him out. And finally, the whistles blow, and that's halftime, folks. So James Clemens started a little slow, but as this first half started to progress, we saw the offense come alive. Your score at halftime, James Clemens 24, Sparkman 17. You're listening to James Clemens High School football right here on PAS+.
Here's what's on the Jets' radar. Tomorrow, the varsity volleyball team will compete in the Battle of Old Shell Road at St. Paul's Episcopal. Freshman and JV football teams will travel to Sparkman on Monday. JV and varsity volleyball hosts Huntsville on Tuesday. Next Friday, varsity football goes on the road to Austin. We'll be back with more James Clemens coverage from Play Action Sports.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens football right here on PAS+. It's halftime. Score, James Clemens 24, Sparkman 17. And joining us up here in the broadcast booth and plaza, I don't know, I'm making stuff up as I go along. It's the James Clemens athletic director, Jason Watts. Jason, it's great to have you back up here again. Another great year going on.
It is. It's a great night. We finally got a little bit of cool weather. And
yeah.
It's been a great game so far.
I'm loving this. I mean, James Clemens, right before the half, you came up here, you had that look on your face. You said that's how you used to run it, right?
Exactly.
So for you, things have changed just a little bit. Now you're kind of focused just on sports, athletic director, and that's your title. And so how have things happened for you this year going into this role? And that's your focus.
Yeah, it's been really good. I've had time to really focus on some things that in the past they kind of got put to the side until I could get to them, and so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. So what can we expect this year? I know you guys have got some big projects. There's some projects that if you haven't been over to the high school, we got the Jet out front. So is there anything on the horizon that we can look forward to as far, especially from the sports side of things?
Well, we're right in the middle of our construction of our new indoor facility for baseball and softball, and they got all the trusses hung this week, and so we should start seeing some decking going up hopefully on Monday. And then we're also getting some some permanent bleachers installed at our field at the school, so it'll really help us out for soccer, JV, and freshman football, that we can get those back on campus.
So that's one of the things. I mean, the freshmen in JV, they're still having to come over here and play, right? Or do they play on campus at any time?
We've played there in the past, but it's just it's not the best ideal setup for the teams that we play local, because there's pretty good crowds, and with limited seating, it's better over here at the stadium for right now. So
is there any plans, discussions about keeping all athletic programs on campus? And I am thinking about football. I mean, I'll be honest with you, football and soccer.
Yeah, for soccer, once we get the bleachers, I think we'll be in a little bit better shape, because we enjoy keeping things, especially in the spring, because it's a whole lot easier to manage soccer with baseball and softball and tennis all going at the same time than having to split up and have soccer here and having 2 or 3 things going at the stadium. I mean, on campus. So I guess long term, we really enjoy having things on campus as much as we can. So it's just sort of one of those things, especially now with Journey online and they're playing, and so this is their home field. So it becomes especially in the spring with soccer, it becomes a little bit of a scheduling issue with making sure that, for us, we kind of have priority with us and Bob Jones, but trying to make sure that Journey has equal access and has a place to play, and it just makes things a little bit easier when we finally get those on campus.
So do you think we'll ever have any football on campus, any varsity football on campus?
I would say the only way that probably would happen is if there was ever a real need for a third high school.
Yeah.
Because it would be pretty much impossible to share a 3-way stadium here with 3 schools. So that'd be pretty tough.
Well, the way this area is growing, that could always be a possibility.
Yeah, and I think I know there's some construction that's as far as facilities that are in the plans for here at the stadium, I think, for in the next few years. And so we'll just kind of have to see what that looks like.
All right. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you coming up here at halftime. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on during the game. You got to kind of try to keep up with what's going on. I mean, I watch you during the game. I mean, I see you from one end of the end zone to the other. You'll pick up trash. You'll do all kinds of things. So don't think Coach Watts is up here just watching the ball game. He is working. I've seen you.
I don't like to sit still. If there's something needs to be done, I'd rather be moving around doing something.
Well, I appreciate you coming up here. Jason Watts, the athletic director here at James Clemens. We're at halftime. Your score, James Clemens 24, Sparkman 17. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more action right here on PAS Plus.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS Plus. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit from Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. The in-flight movie quote from Honest Coffee Roasters and PAS Plus.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Let's take it to the field and listen to the James Clemens Marching Band. That was the James Clemens Marching Band bringing you tonight's halftime performance. The little change of pace tonight as James Clemens went out there first, as they're going to be the only band performing at halftime tonight. We still got a little bit over 8 minutes left before second half action. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half and how that shaped up. James Clemens on top, 24-17. You're listening to Jets football right here on PAS Plus.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Darryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Since 2014, Honest Coffee Roasters has believed that coffee should be both delicious and of the highest quality. Full-service craft coffee shops, locally owned in Madison and Huntsville, they source their coffee directly from farmers around the world, so they know the quality in each cup. And not only coffee, breakfast, lunch, acai bowls, and seasonal treats, too. Order online at honesthsv.coffee. Honest Coffee Roasters, located at 92 Shorter Street in Madison and 114 Clinton Avenue East, number 106 in Huntsville. Honest Coffee Roasters. Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at TzatzikisCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Greg Machen Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machen Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachenphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machen Photography. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your PAS Plus app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Johnny Johnson, our esteemed.
Still trying to catch my breath from coming up those stairs.
Tim Lambert and Coach Johnson is out of breath.
Out of shape.
You need to get into the weight room. So,
or just on a Stairmaster to come to the press box.
There you go. A little under 3 minutes before the second half action. And, Coach, we wanted to talk a little bit of just a recap. I mean, we spotted them 10 points because they were able to come out. They only took 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock on the opening drive, which gave them a touchdown.
Well, they earned 7 of those. I mean, they went down and marched it down the field right there that first drive for sure.
And then we turn around, we get the ball back, and then we fumble. And then they our defense comes up with a great stop to hold them to 3 points.
That's right.
And then we were able to get a touchdown. And then, of course, they went up 17-7, and now James Clemens up 24-17. What happened? That's what you asked. Then I told you what I thought.
I'm just trying to replay in my head how in the world did that happen. We go down and score and tie it. Had a good drive right there and tied it. That play by Ty Doty, and I know we talk about him all the time.
So far.
It's really just a little screen out to the left. We roll to our right, screen back to our left, and when he catches it, it looks like he's got a lot of white around him. He cuts back to the middle of the field. I've watched the replay now. There's 3 guys around him in the middle who miss. A 4th guy's there face-to-face with him, and it's almost like he levitated and moved to the right.
It was weird watching that.
He just jumps to the right in stride and then takes off again. Guy whiffs on that tackle, and then it's a foot race to the corner, and he just beats everybody. But that move to the right was unbelievable at the middle of the field.
Well, that's the play of the game, which trumped the other play of the game, which was the Marsh to Cooper to Berry touchdown, 38-yard touchdown pass. That was a double pass early in the first half.
Yeah, and so we've talked about Coach Truitt, and one of the things that he's doing with this offense, and has to do, because we have not been real consistent, right? Let's just be honest with it. He has found ways to get creative, and whether it's the shifts that he's put in, all the different motions he's got, and then now plays off of those things. Double passes, things like that has been old Freak Daddy Clay Coleman sticking his head in here with a little "Go Jets" for the fans. But it's really been creative in how he's utilizing our weapons, because we do have weapons.
Yes.
And the fact that I had no idea that Cooper or Doty could throw a pass like that. No. I mean, heck, we tried to throw a lateral to a lineman who I think was going to pass it.
I think he was
but then he fumbled it, picks it up and runs for a touchdown, but there was an inadvertent whistle. So we've seen all kinds of formations, all kinds of plays, getting all kinds of people involved. And if you're a defense or a coaching staff preparing your defense, you got to think about so many things.
And we've seen an I formation where we're running the fullback trap.
Yeah.
So just
old school, new school, it's all in there. And hats off to the coaching staff, because that's a lot to take as a young man on an offense, mentally.
Right.
Like to remember where to go, what to do, all those things. I'm sure they have it simplified more than what we make it seem like, that a lot of this stuff is off the same type formations and movements. But, man, that's a lot to prepare for if you're a defense.
So right now your score, 24-17. Just to kind of recap, the Sparkman Senators, Jabbar has 2 touchdowns. One was a 4-yard reception that capped a 65-yard touchdown drive to open the game. He also has a 52-yard touchdown reception where he made Mark Woods miss over here closest to us, and then that was it because we were in man coverage. And then, of course, their field goal kicker put up 3 points off of a fumble recovery on their second drive of the game. James Clemens has got Cooper to Berry for a 38-yard touchdown pass, and then Ty Doty has a 26-yard touchdown reception, and then that remarkable one right before halftime, 39-yard touchdown reception. So that's where we're at here at the half. North Alabama Gas District scoreboard, serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. Here's your scores. Fairview, 28. Ardmore still 2. That's at the half. Elkmont, 22. Colbert Heights, 7. Halftime there. Coleman has cut the lead. Cut Athens' lead down to just 7. Athens, 21. Coleman, 14 in the third quarter. West Limestone, 13. Wilson, 6. Halftime. Clements, 35. Marion County, 14. That's in the second quarter. Probably at halftime by now. That is your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard, serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig.
We got to get some region scores on that scoreboard.
I know, right? Nobody ever tells us what's going on over in Austin.
Austin is beating Grissom 35-0. So there's that. And BJ is up on Florence 22-7.
Okay.
So
okay.
There's your few.
There you go. So, and those are really games we need to be paying attention to, because
absolutely,
if we can escape here tonight, which hopefully we will, let's maintain this.
We got a big one with Austin next week.
It's gonna, and it you need that, because then you finish up the following week. We'll be back here broadcasting on PAS Plus in 2 weeks, as I think Albertville comes to town, and then the following week there we'll close out our in-season broadcast as we'll go to Milton Frank for the Grissom James Clemens game.
Well, and Huntsville's up on Albertville big 36-7 right now, so that's predicted, right? Yeah. We knew that would probably come. The Florence-Bob Jones game is a little surprising.
It is.
Just because Florence has played everybody really well this year, and Bob Jones has kind of struggled at times, and they're up big 22-7 at half.
And we were able to sneak out of there with a 7-point win just a couple of weeks
Florence,
ago. So we're getting ready for second half action as Sparkman won the coin toss and elected to receive.
Hey, they said we'll score first.
And they did.
And
now we're up 24-17. And now you've got back deep to receive. As usual, Cooper and Doty. And Sparkman comes out getting ready. All right, so what do we got to do, Coach? Got 2 quarters left.
Well, big deal is we get to come out on offense first, so let's go ahead and strike one more time and get a 2-score lead. And number 2 is we did a really good job defensively there in that second quarter. First quarter, we let them move up and down the field a little bit, but second quarter, we did a good job had some big stops on 3rd and 4th down.
Right.
So continuing to do what we do there and a little more consistently on offense sounds like a broken record, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really does. So Cooper's going to field it at the 10-yard line, gets past the 25, is going to be tackled just shy of the 30. They're going to say he's down at about the 29, almost to the 30. Now they are going to move him towards the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 30.
Hey, I'll say this too. I look around and you look at their student section, look at our student section, even in the crowds. We're both on fall break this week. A lot of people out of town. Pretty good crowd here, but I'm really proud of our student section. We got that student section, about 3/4 full. Compared to theirs, it looks about an eighth full down there. So our kids have showed up tonight, and obviously the crowds on both sides in the stands with really adults is really full. So for a fall break game that means this much, you worry about who was going to show. It's been a good game tonight.
So got Cooper split close to us. Doty split to the far side. Doty. Now Marsh goes under center, puts Doty in motion. He's going to hand it off on a jet sweep, and Doty trying to get the corner, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. Pick up of about 2 yards on the play. They're going to say 3. So he's down to about the 32-yard line. It's only 2 yards, so 2nd and 8.
And you'd hope maybe later in the game he turns that up right there and takes about a 4 or 5 yard gain instead of just that 2 instead of going out of bounds.
Yeah, he was trying to outrun him.
Yeah, and that second guy stepped up right there. If he cuts up inside him, he's got a 5 or 6 yard gain probably.
So it looks like Barry is in the backfield. He's behind Marsh. Doty and Cooper split to the far side. Everybody else is in tight. Going to hand it off to Barry. Barry, hard run right up the middle. He's broken one tackle. Still on his feet. When did he stop? He stopped when he got to about the 45, so he picks up about 14.
I was afraid the way he reacted, he was hurt.
I was too.
Whether it was a cramp or a pulled calf or something, they spun him around, and usually he spins off that and keeps going, and it's like he just kind of stopped and went down to his bottom. Like he would if he had a cramp or something. But he seems fine.
So he picks up 14 on that. Yeah, picks up 14 on that 1st and 10, 45-yard line for James Clemens at their own 45. Cooper and Doty split to the far side. Going to give it to Barry again. Barry cuts it, finds a hole. Boy, he hit that hole hard. Still on his feet, picks up 10, 12, 13 yards on that first down. James Clemens, good run there by Barry.
Well, and 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, DJ had such a good second quarter. It let Barry kind of take a quarter off, and he comes out of here at a halftime fresh. Number 2, these last 2 handoffs have not been stretched out as far as we did in the first half where Ty's having to run to give it. We're giving it to him more inside the tackles instead of running that stretch play, and he's able to hit the hole quicker instead of giving them time to kind of penetrate in 2 big runs.
Fafori in at fullback, Barry behind him. Going to hand it off to Fafori on a trap, and he's going to pick up 7 yards. Now they're going to say he got tackled, so 5-yard pickup there, but still positive yards by Fafori on the fullback.
There's that fullback trap, right?
Gotta love it.
Something, a little new wrinkle this week, and every time we've run it, I mean, really we had the one big one that got called back, and then he's gotten about 5 yards on both times we've run it since then.
So 2nd down and 5 as we're in Sparkman territory. Ball marked at the 36-yard line. Barry's going to stay in the backfield. Marsh, pistol. He's going to put Doty on the far side. Cooper closest to us. Now Fafori goes in motion. Marsh takes a snap. Hand it off. Barry finds that hole. Nice little hole. Picks up 3 yards on that pickup. Oh, so he's going to be 3rd and about 2. So
good job of giving us a nice short 3rd down to work with, and now you got options, right? You're going to throw the screen. You're going to hand it off again. We're going to take a shot right here, knowing that it may be 4-down territory. You got a lot of options when it's 3rd and 2.
So Eggert comes out. So we're going to go with a quick package. as Barry stays in for Forey. Doty's going to split close to us. Everybody else comes out of that quickly, and they're in tight. So Marsh going to keep it himself and gives a nice little push, and he gets 6 yards on that.
Or we could go
down.
quarterback sneak with the big body of Ty Marsh.
So he goes right behind the center, picks up 6 yards and the first down. First down, James Clemens.
Yeah, big. That's something we talked about early. We didn't see that. Was it first game of the year?
Yeah,
we had a short yardage. We tried that long handoff. Boy, they've gone to it more and more as we get into the season, and they've done a good job with that.
And Ty's got good speed too. If he can get,
let's not call it speed.
All right, he's effective. Hands it off to Barry. Barry bounces it to the outside, crosses the 20. Woo! Lowers the shoulder, puts that defender on his back, stands up, out of bounds.
Sid Walker, the defensive back, number 20 right there. I mean, he did what he had to do. He had to come tackle the poor guy. But, boy, he lowered his shoulder on that sideline, and 20 went backwards.
Yes, he did.
Onto his back, and we just stepped out of bounds.
So 2nd and 4 after that hard 6-yard pickup there by Barry. And I tell you, just knowing that we're going to have Doty, Marsh, Barry next year, Cooper. Cooper graduates.
Cooper graduates.
So we've still got some weapons.
We lose quite a few,
Yeah.
You lose
fake
Eggert.
the handoff. Oh, and he hits him. He hits Eggert.
I'm going to be honest. Look at Luca, poor Luca Fafori.
Yeah.
So one of their defenders was totally faked off by the fake handoff. And he came up and just plowed Luca, thinking he had the ball. Because Luca kind of let up because it was the fake, right?
Yeah.
He absolutely leveled Luca.
And he's staying in.
He's staying in. He was slow getting up. But what a great fake by Ty.
Yes.
And then he rolled out and hit
Eggert
on the run.
So Eggert takes the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line for a first down. So 1st and goal, James Clemens from the Sparkman 5. So now everybody else is in tight. Looks like that's still going to be Barry. It's a pitch. Barry gets it. Touchdown! James Clemens! Cam Barry with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Well, and again, another wrinkle we haven't seen. Instead of that long handoff, what did we do? We quick pitched it from under center, like the old sweep would be, but this was even quicker. I mean, he did not take time to give him a little soft pitch. He flipped that thing out there in a hurry to him and gave him time to see where the hole was, and he was through the hole before the defense could react. What a great wrinkle we threw in right there.
So a beautiful drive right there for James Clemens to open the second half, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Cam Barry. With 8:43 left to play in the third quarter, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 17. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at tzatziki'scafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, Tim Lambert. Miss you, Brad. 8:43 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens with a 31-17 lead. Kickoff's going to be received at about the 10-yard line. He's going to be hit. Still pushes his way forward past the 30, down to about the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. I'm not sure what this is going to be about.
I just wonder if we hit somebody late. I didn't see.
I don't know. I mean, I know the pile kept moving. So we'll see. Here comes the call. Block in the back. There you go.
They must have blocked in the back into that pile right there.
I think so. So the block in the back, that's gonna move that. They had that 1st and 10 from their own 35, so that's gonna move them back quite a bit.
10 yards.
10 yards. I love it. Well, I mean, quite a bit.
That's quite
25.
A bit.
I mean,
quite a bit.
Definitely better than the 35.
Absolutely.
So 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Hey, listen, go to your Amazon Echo device and say, Alexa, open PAS+, and hear our coverage of James Clemens Football in crystal clear quality all season long. Trips to the near side. It's going to be an inside handoff to number 5 that's Coleman for Sparkman. picks up about 3 yards. Boy, he runs fast, but he didn't go very far.
Well, you got that man, Jalen Ruffin, right there. He did not get fooled by the little counter and stayed at home and did a nice job.
So 2nd and 7 for Sparkman. Going to hand it off to him again, and the whistle's going to go dead. Blow that play dead. Looks like it's going to be false start. Oh, no, encroachment. So we were offsides on that one, so that's going to move us 5 yards. So we're going to be short of a first down, be about 2nd and 1 after that defensive penalty.
Well, I don't know who they called it on, but Big Fred Poe's been lining up pretty close all night long. He's right over that center.
It is good to see Poe back. Definitely glad he was able to get in there. So here we go. So Poe, right there, stops it up in the middle and then pushes everybody to the outside. I'm going to tell you, I watched that develop as Poe pushed that center into the back, which made the running back have to come out further, and then that allowed Jennings and the rest of them to go in there and do what they had to do.
Jalen Brown right there and Hayes Harrison right there. Once it was strung out, they were in his face and had nowhere to go.
So 3rd and 1 on that little, see if we can get another defensive stop here on 3rd and 1. You got to believe down 2 scores with the clock ticking that no matter where they are, I know they're probably going to feel like they're in 4 down territory. So Ward takes a snap, is going to keep it himself, run it up the middle, and he's going to be met, still driving his feet forward, picks up 6-7 yards on that play, so gets the first down, and that was just a direct snap to him, and he was going the whole time.
Yeah, and it's tough. Like, we've done a good job on those short yardages tonight, but, that's one we didn't get stopped. And anytime you're in that 1-2 yards, it's a tough job for the defense.
So Ward in the shotgun, got a running back to his right, trips to the far side. Looking to throw a swing pass out to Jabbar. Jabbar makes one man miss. Mark Woods grabs him around the waist and drags him out of bounds. So brings up 2nd down after a pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on that.
It's always tough on that block on those little bubble screens like that. It's borderline whether that receiver's holding you, dragging you, blocking well, blocking the back. What's a block in the back in that situation? You never know what kind of call you're going to get over there.
So here we go, 2nd and about 7. For Sparkman, still on their side of the field. They need to get to the James Clemens 47 for a first down. That's going to be pass interference. That is going to be pass interference right there. And he had a hold of Rozier, his jersey.
Yeah, no doubt. And he completed it anyway. But, it almost looked like there was supposed to be a kind of slant and go or something right there because he gave the pump fake and then went ahead and threw it on the second. You don't usually see a short yardage pump fake and then throw again. And it may be where we kind of went to go for the ball on the pump fake, and then we're on him at that point and grabbed a hold.
So Mason Rose kind of had his hand around Rozier, so we'll see what they call here. Block. Pass interference against James Clemens. So that's going to give Sparkman a first down in James Clemens territory. So here they go. They're just not going to go no huddle. Once everything gets set, they're ready to go. So 2 wideouts to both sides. Running back in the backfield with Ward. Looks like we're going to go into a man formation.
We do have a safety over the top on both sides.
So Ward throws it out on the wheel route to the running back. He makes one man miss, puts his helmet down, falls forward for about 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7 as he gets to the 35-yard line of James Clemens.
As this thing continues, the one thing our defense has done a good job of tonight up until this drive is we've played clean football. There haven't been a lot of defensive penalties. Our penalties have been on offense most of the night. So, you don't want to get into that trap and give them more opportunities to move down the field without having to earn it.
So we really need to slow this game down or speed it up. Either way, however you want to look at it, slow them down, and then we'll get the ball back and kind of take a lot of clock off. But we got to make a stop here. So it's 2nd and 7. Sparkman at the James Clemens 35. Ward takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Looking to throw it deep. Throws it off his back foot. It's going to go, tipped and into the end zone.
We got a
flag.
Hold. They had a handful of Nate Jennings.
So Bryson Dowdell.
And he's right there to make the play. Dowdell, he had a step on Dowdell, but I thought Dowdell got a tip on it.
He did, and it just flew right into Rozier's hands. But that's going to come back because there is a holding call in the backfield.
Well, let's be honest. If they don't get that hold, the quarterback's on his face.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he never makes that pass. Nate was closing the gap in a hurry, and they grabbed a fistful of the front of his jersey and pulled him just long enough for him to get that pass off, or it never happens.
So let me ask you this. Between the two, would you rather block Jalen or Nate? There you go. You don't have to answer that. I already know
who would I block?
Who would you want to go up against?
Poe. And that's only because he and I can stand there and just hold each other. The rest of them are going to make me look really dumb.
I sit there and I watch Jalen and Nate stand next to each other, and they're almost like mirror images of one another.
You know, Jalen's a lot longer and thinner, but I tell you, boy, they're monsters.
They really are.
Both of them.
So second down, ball is moved all the way back to the 45-yard line. So 2nd and 15. Or no, 17. He's got to get rid of it. He steps up in the pocket, and it looked like another hold. He's got a man open. And my goodness, what a play there. Is that Stinson?
No, that is 15.
That's Will Richards. Really made up some ground because he was beat and was able to make up ground and knock that ball out. Pass intended for Rozier.
Man, and we had a shot at that quarterback and missed and gave him time to step up and make that throw. And Richards is not a guy. Now he's down.
Yeah, he's kind of holding his
cramp, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, he had to make up a lot of ground.
Boy, and he's a guy that we haven't talked about. He hadn't been in the game a lot, I don't think. So he's a guy that stepped up and playing tonight and, man, made a couple big plays. We called him earlier. But now it looks like they're working on him. I don't know if we got a cramp or what happened because he walked back after the stop. You know, he had to make a dive.
He really did.
And then he got up and started to walk back, and then all of a sudden went down.
So he's going to get up and walk off under his own power.
Cramping.
Yeah, maybe a tight hammy.
Or a calf, maybe.
I'm telling y'all, we're able to watch this and see it as it's happening, and he had to make up so much ground, and he was able to stretch out and just knock that because Rozier was in the end zone.
And you don't know how much of the ball he really got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he may not have touched it much, but just his whole body flying across the face of that receiver.
Right.
One gives a distraction, and then trying to catch it, whether he got a piece of it or not, he did a great job of closing that gap and making it difficult.
So 3rd and 17 for Sparkman from the James Clemens 45. They've got to get down to the 28-yard line for a first down. 5.5 minutes left on the third quarter clock. James Clemens up 31-17. So Ward looks over to the sidelines, gets the call. 2 splits to either side.
Looks like we got a Sparkman timeout.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Sparkman.
Yep, timeout Sparkman.
Timeout Sparkman right there. We'll keep it here, but just a great defense so far for James Clemens. Now, you can listen for the James Clemens Coaches Show every Wednesday morning at 11:05 on 1080 AM WKAC. We'll talk to Coach Chad McGee and get the inside scoop on the Jets. Now, if you miss it, you can always go to WKAC sports page at WKAC1080.com and click on James Clemens link to find the archives. Defense, able to make some stops. Of course, big penalty on that touchdown brought that one back, so that was huge. But there we saw a nice little defensive play right there to fall incomplete. But offensively and defensively, kind of looking nice.
Yeah, the old dogfight D, right? Dogfighting D. They're stepping up. And here's the deal. The offense is starting to find a little bit of rhythm. And it would be nice to get that ball back and hold it for a while, right?
Oh, absolutely.
and find a way to hold it. I want to say one thing, kind of not about us. We've seen a few other teams bring their own broadcast team.
Yeah.
And we do a good job, don't get me wrong. But they always got these like nice flip-up charts and notebooks, and it just makes me wonder, are we doing this right?
We're just three, 4 guys watching football.
Watching football.
We're just telling y'all what we see. Ward draws back to pass. He slips. He falls. He is down. That is an unassisted sack.
God, who does that go to? Jalen? I mean, Jalen's right at him, but look, we've seen it, and I don't know what's going on with the field. We did get a little rain today for the first time, it feels like, in 12 months.
Yeah, so it might be
just it's kind of like the road when you get your first rain after a long time, the oil kind of comes to the top.
Yeah.
This turf's a little slick tonight, and he just went to plant. And now Jalen was coming down on him, so he was trying to step back up into the pocket, plant and throw maybe. But, boy, his feet went out from under him and cost him. And now we got a 4th and forever and a punt.
Yeah, so with 4th down, Doty's going to stand at his 20. Just to give you an idea, the punter's kicking from his 31. It's a little spiral punt. Doty's going to field it. No, he's going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Sparkman bounce as it rolls out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 14. 4:38 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens up 31-17.
We're going to run the triple reverse lineman pass right here. some crazy something that's fixing to happen.
See, Brad says, hey, we don't need flip charts. We are as we are. You get what you hear is what you get. I mean, we're bringing it. Yeah,
that's right.
I mess up on names. I mess it up all the time.
Yeah.
We just have fun. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 14-yard line. Doty's going to split close to us. Everybody else is in tight I formation. That's Barry in the backfield, and yep, they jumped. So on our shift.
Shift again.
And you know, that's going to drive you crazy because you know they've talked about it all week.
Oh,
Sparkman.
Absolutely. We've done it all year, and
we've got them 4 or 5 times tonight. So, and that's just.
And I guess until you get in the game,
Muscle Shoals was really the one. They kind of held us to it too.
And they did it to us too. Yeah. But you know, until you get in the game and see it live speed, it's hard. And again, your heartbeat's a little different in a real game than it is a practice every day.
That's true.
There it is again.
So we shifted and we jumped, but they were able to get back that time. So going to hand it off to Barry. Barry coming around the near side, makes another man miss, spin. Penalty flags. They're going to call holding.
And here's the bad part about that. Barry's 10 yards past both those flags at least.
That's ridiculous.
Like there's no point in holding at that point.
That was almost a 20-yard pickup there by Cam Barry, going to be negated by a couple of holding calls.
Yeah, and it must have been obvious because flags flew from everywhere.
Oh, they did.
And the bad part, like we said, is, I mean, we're 10, 15 yards past that point. Like, just quit blocking.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tough right there.
So we're going to replay first down and move us back. So that's a spot foul. So from the spot of the foul.
I guess that's what they're discussing.
Yeah. So we're going to put us back at about
the 10.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the 10.
Just nosed across the 10.
Yeah, so it would be 1st and 15 from our own 10-yard line. I formation. No, that is Marsh. That's pistol. Barry behind him. 2 splits to the far side. Everybody else, again, in tight. Looks like Fafori and Eggert come over to the near side. Quick pass out to Cooper. Cooper just falls down. It was low.
Low pass.
And he just had to go down.
That's frustrating because we lost more yardage.
Yeah,
we're out of that deep pistol, and he threw that little quick screen out there, and he just threw it too low, and we'd almost been better off if he'd just let that thing hit the ground.
Yeah. Only positive out of that, him catching it, clock still runs.
Well, that's a good point.
So almost at 4 minutes in the third quarter, James Clemens with a 14-point lead, 31-17. Now Barry standing in his end zone. A split to either side, Doty and Cooper. Barry going to get the handoff. Nice hole. He's tripped up. I mean, that dude just was able to reach up and just grab his shoe.
Yeah, he's the only guy that really penetrated, and he dove and got enough of his shoe to trip him up right there, or he would have probably would have got about 8-10 yards, right?
So that brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 16, as the ball is at the 9-yard line of James Clemens. Need to get to the 24 for a first down.
Well, and even if we don't get a first down here, we need some more yards to just get us out of our end zone.
Yeah.
It's never good if your punter's standing in your own end zone.
I mean, I don't mind giving them the ball back in the fourth quarter.
No, absolutely. But, yeah, you don't want to punt from back in that blue and white.
No. So here we go. Swing pass again out to Doty. Doty got a couple of blockers. Spin move. Going to be getting back past the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 7.
So at least now we're not punting from the end zone, right? We're going to be near it, but at least we'll be in the green when we punt.
So I got to be honest with you. We're not letting enough of the clock run off. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but with a 14-point lead, I know. But
I get that, but you also don't want to just go flat.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of game left, and there's only 2 touchdowns. And if you go flat and just try to milk the clock this early with just 2 scores, all of a sudden you look up and it's a tie ball game and you're in trouble.
That's true.
And you got no momentum anymore.
Yeah. So clock is under 2.5 minutes in the third quarters. We're punting. Ortiz standing at about his 3.
And they didn't come at it at all.
Nice high punt. Going to fair catch, going to be caught at the 47-yard line. I said 57, but I know what I'm talking about. 47-yard line of Sparkman. So 2:17 left to play in the third quarter.
I promise we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we've done this before. So you can stick around for the post-game show as we're going to announce our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Night. Our featured Jet will get a gift card from Mellow Mushroom. So make sure you stick around for that, and we'll let you know who our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Game. And they're going to get that gift card from Mellow Mushroom. Give you some pizza
Thanks,
right now.
AHSAA.
That's right. Mellow Mushroom
Got
pizza.
that cleared up.
Yeah. So we're going to go trips. Now put Jabbar in motion. And they're going to fake the handoff to him. Now give it to number 5 as he's trying to find his way through. But he's going to be brought down by Ruffin for a yard, maybe 2.
It was a good job. You know, it looked like he had space to make some things happen, and he just ran into kind of a wall where we held him up in the middle. And once he tried to go around the outside of that big Poe, I'm sure was in the middle of that mess, Ruffin was there to bounce outside with him and get him.
So we're under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Second down and about 7. So they're going to say he picked up 3 yards on the play. Fake the handoff. Ward looking to pass. Got a man in his face. Throws it up. Throws it way out of bounds. And then the receiver pushes Mark Woods. Why is that not a penalty?
Well, I think because they're both already out of bounds.
Yeah, but why has he got to push it?
No, I agree. I think if they're in the green and there's a play on it, it's offensive pass interference. Okay. But can't have offensive pass interference when the ball's 15 yards out of bounds.
That's true. You could just have unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, you could, but I mean, it's just like the defender, pushing the receiver early. I think if that ball's catchable, then there's a pass interference call.
So with that incomplete pass, 3rd and 7 as the ball is at the James Clemens 47-yard line. 2 splits to either side. Ward looking to pass. Gets rid of it. Throws it out to Jabbar. Jabbar gets past one tackler. Stays in bounds. Just kind of tight ropes it. Spin move. Still on his feet. Finally brought down at about the 25-yard line. I thought we had him short of the first down, but he was able to get past some defenders and stayed on his feet with a good run.
Yeah, not going to get him down with arms.
No.
We had a couple arm tackles right there, and he jukes right out of him, pulls right out. He's strong for his size.
He really is. So, minute 24 and counting. Going to hand it off to the running back, number 5, Coleman. And he's going to fight forward for positive yards. Now they're going to bring him backwards. Finally brought him down at about the 23-yard line.
Oh, DJ Davis and Hayes Harrison. Look, early in the year we talked about how good our defensive front was and that our linebackers were going to have to do a great job because they're going to have some freedom, right, because of that defensive front.
Right.
They've gotten better and better every week.
Absolutely.
Hayes Harrison is hitting people. Jalen Ruffin, we're calling his name all the time. Player of the week last week, right? And DJ Davis right there, London Townsend getting in. Boy, they are starting to kind of come up and make some hits.
Ward dropping back to pass. Throws it over to the sidelines. Catch is made by Rozier for a first down. So he gets past the 15, down to about the 13. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Sparkman at the 13.
Again, a lot of cushion right there at the first down marker.
Yeah, I mean, we're giving him 6 yards right there on the far side. Handoff up the middle to number 5. He's going to be met right there.
Guess who? Hayes Harrison.
Hayes Harrison right in there.
Every week getting better and better at that middle linebacker position. And he's once got a little how can I say this on the air?
Moxie.
Moxie. There you go. He ain't afraid to mix it up.
So loss of about 2 on that play. So second down. Throw towards the end zone. Caught.
Brody.
Touchdown. Brody trying to make up ground.
Yeah, right there they ran the double move, faked the out, and went out and up. And that's where you got to have safety help over the top. And Brody Stinson just got stuck inside and didn't get over there.
So with 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter, Sparkman gets on the board for the first time in the second half on a 23-yard touchdown pass.
Well, we almost made it to the end of the third without the score.
Yeah. So we gotta do something here. We're only up by 7 as the kick is up, and it is good. So with 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter, your score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 24. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football, and we'll just stay here. Is what the producer tells me. Because
he's the boss.
He really is. So listen, you can enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week at PASplus.net. We'll announce the winner during the post-game show of each James Clemens game. Winner gets a gift card from Lawlers Barbecue. And all you got to do, if you want to enter your name to win get you a stuffed baked potato.
Little stuffed tater.
A tater. You just go to pasplus.net and enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week. So, 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens with a 7-point lead, 31-24, over Sparkman. Both of them undefeated in region action.
And there is not another close game in our region right now tonight. Everybody's getting blown out, it seems like. 22-7, still at the half. We don't have an update on Bob Jones yet, but other than that, every other score is bad.
So high end-over-end kick going to be fielded at the 3 by Doty. Doty crosses the 10. Oh, it slips at the 14.
Again, a slip.
And so they're going to say he fell forward to about the 19. So, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, but you're right. That field is slick tonight.
Well, you got the cool air coming in. I don't know if there's a little dew setting in on top of that.
You know, that's fall field weather.
Hey, they're talking about a low of 38 this weekend.
Now. Woo.
You know, so had the rain, got some cool air coming in. There may be a little dew on that turf.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 19. 7 seconds left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens, 31-24 over Sparkman. Marsh under center, I formation. Barry in the backfield, going to hand it off to him. Barry trying to find a hole. Falls forward for about 2 yards, maybe not even a yard. Yeah, they're going to say gave him a yard to the 20. That's going to do it for third quarter action. As we finish 3 quarters here at Madison City School Stadium, your score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 24. Let's take a break. When we come back, it'll be fourth quarter action right here on PAS Plus.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Johnny Johnson, Tim Lambert, our producer, missing in action tonight, Coach Brad Kimbrough. He'll be back in 2 weeks, though, as we bring this broadcast again.
I wonder if he won Homecoming King.
He should. He's our Homecoming King.
Hey, did you see what he drove in the Homecoming Parade? A brand new Corvette?
I did.
He may not come back.
So 2nd and 10 they move the ball back to the 19-yard line. Dadgummit, as Cooper goes in motion. Take the handoff. Marsh going to roll to the far side. Goes out of bounds. Pickup of about 1 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and long for James Clemens. Going out of bounds. Stops the clock, though, right off the bat. 11:54
Yeah,
left
a little
remaining.
RPO look again, and he was trying to hit Doty right there, but Doty had a guy with him, and so he had to take the run. And that's not the ideal.
No, that was
not the ideal look for the Jets.
Of course, we got the battle of the bands between Sparkman and James Clemens. I tell you, they're both just going back and forth. Sparkman chose not to do a band halftime show.
Yeah, it got me nervous. I had to get back up here in a hurry because I usually can kind of time it out with the 2 bands.
That's all right. We got the full James Clemens set, and we went in motion.
Right there, we got no
Doty
snap.
Doty was moving. Barry was in motion. So false start.
It looked like we called for a snap, and everybody moved except the center. Because Marsh looked at him like this afterwards,
what are you doing?
I needed the ball.
Yeah. So loss of 5 on that one. So 3rd and 15 from the 15.
This is not the direction you want to go this point in the game, right? We just gave up that score to them. Start of the fourth quarter, you only got a 1-touchdown lead now, and we've set ourselves up for 3rd and 15. So deep in our own territory.
Deep in our own, yeah, absolutely. So now Barry goes behind Marsh. They were just going to hand it off to Barry. They had a linebacker come stunt, and he was able to get blocked. So Barry goes out to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down by about 5 yards. So it's going to bring up 4th and 5 as Barry hit that hole. But they shot that linebacker in there, but we were able to get a hand on him and knock him over. So that was close. So now Ortiz comes.
Confused
Well,
with what's going on here.
That's 4th down, guys.
Surely we're not going for it this deep in our own territory with a 4th and 5. Surely we're going to try to draw them off sides and let this clock run.
I think we're going to try to draw them off sides and then do a quick kick. Nope, we're going I formation. So 4th down
No
and
chance.
5, and we did the jump. Yeah, we're going to call timeout.
We're going to call the timeout.
Yeah, so try to get them to jump.
Try to get them to jump. Let the clock run some right there and take some time off the clock and then go ahead and punt it.
So 11:04 left as we took a timeout there on this 4th down and 5.
The only scary part about that right there, using that timeout, is if they do end up scoring,
we're going to need it.
And we end up late in the game and needing us to get down the field, you'd like to have that timeout. But, it's kind of – you got to make a decision, right, as a coach. You want to run – try to draw them off sides and let the clock run and wait. Not waste, but use a timeout or save that thing. I guess they're thinking from the positive glass half full mindset right there.
Strategery.
We're gonna hold on to the lead and try to run this clock versus saving a timeout for a situation where we don't have the lead anymore.
Well, sometimes as head coaches, you got to make tough decisions. You got to go with your gut.
Well, that's right, and just you got to have faith that we're going to hold on to this lead and not need that timeout.
Sometimes you call for the hit and run. Sometimes you don't.
Not very often. Not very often. I'm going to call it like twice a game this year just to – everybody's been listening to these broadcasts. We got so many listeners, I'm sure.
We did a fake snap, fake punt. Look at that, Jennings.
Hey, I think he got there.
I think he did too. Ortiz jumped up, sold it. Looked like the ball was snapped over his head. It goes directly to Nate Jennings. He picks up the first down. First down, James Clemens.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you what about Nate Jennings right there. This is the kind of athlete he is. He takes that thing and get hit. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage now.
Yes, he does.
And he bulls forward with about 3 guys hanging off of him and gets the 5 yards we needed.
So that right there is that makes him I'm kind of at a loss for words there. But Jennings just able to get that first down. That just shows you the athlete he is. You're exactly right. So Marsh, 2 splits to the far side. Barry behind him. Now puts Fafore in motion. Taking some time off the clock. Play clock's down to 5. Hands it off to Barry. Barry, stay in bounds. Finds a hole. They try to throw him out of bounds, but he stays in bounds. Picks up some positive yards there as the clock still moves.
Hey, and hats off to the coaching staff on the special team stuff. Last week special teams was not good for us.
Correct.
They had a rough week and knew it, and they went and prepared and had some things dialed up for that right there.
That was beautiful.
Deep in our own territory, you got a 4th and 5 early in the 4th quarter, and you go ahead and go for it right there with Nate. I mean, that's A, good preparation, B, got some guts.
So Marsh goes under center. Now we shift again. Got him to jump. Did get back?
No, he got back.
He got back. All right. I formation. Hand off to Barry. Barry going to be met by the nose guard, the guy who actually jumped off sides, able to make the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
It was an odd look there because what that fake has done, it looks like, is they've backed up off the ball.
Yeah.
It looks like they've given us some cushion on that offensive line or their defensive front.
I agree.
And that way when they jump, they're jumping and staying out of that neutral zone. When that play was snapped, 57's knee was on the ground.
So quick pitch to Barry. Barry cuts in, gets the first down, still on his feet. Finally brought down short of the 45 to about the 44-yard line. So beautiful 10-yard pickup there by Barry on that quick pitch.
That is the exact same play we scored on a while ago with that quick pitch out of that under center look.
So listen, what we've done here tonight is we haven't even shown. So the offense has evolved.
Absolutely.
And we've got new wrinkles. Austin is not going to know which James Clemens offense is going to show up next week.
Well, it's just like we talked about earlier. It's just more to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. You got a game plan for a lot of different schemes, and James Clemens is just milking this clock. 8:44 and counting. Play clock under 5. Hand off to Barry again. He's going to be the workhorse. Hits that hole hard. Picks up 7 yards. Crosses midfield over into Sparkman territory. Second down and 3 from the 49.
And he can taste it, can he?
He can.
He is getting downhill and punishing people when they come to hit him. And our offensive line's doing a good job of giving him holes. He's not getting hit till he's 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
I'm not going to say I'm a prophet, but I think he's close to breaking one. Okay. I really do. I think he's close to breaking one.
All right.
So here we go, 2nd and 4 for James Clemens at the 49-yard line of Sparkman. For Forey and Eggert go in motion. They get set. Hand off to Barry again. Barry cuts it. Still on his feet. Finally brought down after a yard pickup. So 3rd and 3 from the 48.
Yeah, he tried to spin off of that, and he got hit.
Yeah, he did. Now he's
tapping out.
Tapping his helmet.
He's breathing heavy.
Well, I mean, he's been the workhorse since they got the ball.
Down.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Holding on the offense. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. What was 3rd and 3. Now we're going to replay 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd and 13.
Yep. So
that's
move that one back.
This is what we've got to get cleaned up, right?
Yeah.
Our offense tries to get in rhythm and we'll do some good things, and then all of a sudden we've backed ourselves up on something like this.
So Williams has had a whole quarter to rest. DJ behind Marsh. You know he's going to get the ball. We don't need to put the ball in the air. No sense in stopping the clock if we don't have to. So Williams, nope, now we are going to put it in the air. As he's going to roll it, throws it to Cooper. Cooper's going to take a shot, but makes the catch. So it's going to bring 3rd down and 2.
It's a safe play right there on the completion side. Cooper's probably going to go back to the huddle and go, hey, Ty, can you zip that to me a little quicker? Like you floated it to me and I got punished right there. Just get it to me.
But he held on to that ball. So 3rd down, we're back in Sparkman territory as it's marked at the 48-yard line. So 3rd down, 2 yards. Clock almost at 7 minutes in the 4th quarter. James Clemens hanging on to a 31-24 lead. I formation. Williams in the backfield. Marsh going to keep it himself. Quarterback sneak. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. And still on his feet. Finally
fired
brought down at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, James Clemens.
What did he get, about 12, 14 yards on that thing? On a quarterback sneak, the pile just kept going, and all of a sudden he popped out the other side of it, untackled. And, boy, he come up fired up right there. You love to see that energy from your quarterback.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens at the Sparkman 34-yard line. We'll say 33. I like that one better. Clock under 6.5 minutes left to play. Marsh with Williams behind him puts Fafori in motion. 2 splits to the far side. Cooper and Doty hand off to Williams. Williams hits that hole, but now he's going to be met by the defensive end, who's going to rip his helmet off and penalty flag because it's going to be a face mask.
I don't know. It almost looks like he grabbed the back of the helmet, like the flag's way outside. So I'm not sure if that's what they called, but boy, he did rip that helmet off.
Boy, he did. And he met Williams quickly. Now Williams comes out. Barry goes in.
He has to because of the helmet.
Yeah. But now that gives Barry an opportunity to make
another holding. Yep. I don't think they got the face mask. When he spun, he grabbed Williams by the back of the shoulder pads and the back of the helmet and pulled it off.
It looks like a face mask. Well, all right. So holding call on that
I don't
run.
know that that's illegal, but he grabbed him by the back of the helmet. And guess what? Our coaching staff is not happy with what just happened.
No, they shouldn't be because, he literally ripped the helmet off the kid. He did. Because he ran right into his arms.
It wasn't from the hit.
No.
It was from him grabbing the back of it and ripping it off.
So that's going to be 1st and about, I don't know, that's a long way. 1st and about almost 20 yards.
21 maybe?
Yeah, close to it. Got to get down to the 23-yard line as Barry going to be tackled. Doesn't pick up much, if anything, so 2nd down and long for James Clemens. But the good news is clock continues to run.
Yeah, no doubt. And got a little John right there in front of the referee. I wasn't sure what's going on, but I had a pause there.
Yeah,
Doty
okay.
and 38 and Doty were right there just kind of face mask to face mask having a conversation. Must have been friendly. Hey, man, where you from? What street you live on?
I will tell you what I just noticed on that. I know there's almost 5 minutes left to play, and Sparkman, no sense of urgency, but they were slow getting up off of that tackle.
Well, this is what happened to us early in the year when the offense wasn't going well. Our defense was out there a ton. Right now, this defense for Sparkman has been out there a ton, and they're getting tired.
So Marsh throws over to Doty. No, that's Cooper.
Oh.
Cooper, he was diving to try to make that tackle. But fortunately,
I tell you what,
Doty was already on his back.
Jalen Chambers,
that's Cooper.
number 1, came in to do damage right there. I mean, he unloaded, and luckily Cooper was going to the ground, and he missed him.
I tell you, I don't know how you do the targeting in high school.
If he would have made contact right there,
it was targeting.
There could have been, because he launched himself with his helmet, no doubt. But he missed, so he got lucky.
So fortunately, Cooper was already on his back. So 3rd and 10, as Marsh is going to do a quarterback sneak and dive forward past the 30, down to about the 29.
4 down territory, obviously, if they're going to call that right there.
Yeah, I think so.
So they call the quarterback sneak, hoping to catch magic in a bottle again. He gets about 4 or 5. And so now that sets up a shorter 4th down. What about 4th and
6? So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 4th and 6, as you've got Marsh, Williams, Fafori, Cooper, Doty, Eggert. I see Eggert. So now we're going to go Fafori at fullback, Williams, tailback. Now Marsh is rolling, throws it over. That's pass interference all day long, and they're not going to call it. They're not going to call it.
Look at the coaching staff. They're
not calling that.
Happy.
That's pass interference. Pass interference, coaches.
So he floats that up to the middle of the field. I don't think it was it Doty or Cooper?
That was Doty that he was throwing to.
And he's about to go run it down, and they grab the back of his jersey and just stop him.
Nobody calls it. Nobody. That was a first down. That was probably a touchdown.
Oh, absolutely.
So that penalty that was not called saved a touchdown.
Absolutely.
So, all right, well, that's a turnover on downs. Now Sparkman gets the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 30 with 3:42 left to play in this game. They need a touchdown and an extra point to tie to make it play a little further. So they're going to do a jet sweep to Jabbar. Jabbar looks like Brown miss, picks up 5 yards on the play. So 2nd down, clock still running.
Yeah, he just missed getting tackled in the backfield. Nate did a good job of hanging on right there and stringing that out and getting a hold of him, even though there was a pretty good gain.
So 2nd and 5, clock now under 3.5 minutes. It's at 3:15 and counting. Sparkman still, I believe, has 2 timeouts remaining. Trips to the far side. Ward takes the snap. Quick pass over to number 1. Off the floor. That's an incomplete pass.
I got 2 big questions on this play. Their motion guy went forward.
Yeah. Well, see, I was going to say that. That's twice that I've seen them do that.
They got a guy that is the guy off the line of scrimmage. He moves before the snap and moves at a diagonal angle forward as the snap's being set. This isn't Canadian Arena football, right?
Right. Now we've got a guy down. Not sure who that is. Can't get a number.
It's maybe Dowdell. No.
Is that 14?
14. That's one of the
Miles Taylor. If it's 14, that's Miles Taylor.
And he is one that went in earlier for a little bit at defensive back. So I don't know who we're missing at DB tonight, but we've rotated some different guys in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that play. So basically on that screen pass, Ward threw it low, and it bounced off the turf.
Yep.
Or at least they said that bounced, so that brings up an incomplete pass, which stops the clock at 3:04, and 3rd and about 6 for Sparkman from the James Clemens, or from their own 35-yard line.
I'm still trying to figure out how a motion man can go forward.
Well, he can't. He can't not at that.
Because that wasn't even close.
Right.
And then they bounced the throw to him, but they got that part right.
So yeah, I'm sitting there with an injury timeout. He's still on the carpet. Coaches from James Clemens going out there to take a look at him and see what's going on, and hope he's okay. Not sure what happened on that. Probably got blocked because the play kind of still went.
They played it. He was definitely on the blocking end of things, getting blocked. They got it's hard to tell. It's on the other side over there. He's got the knee propped up like it could be a leg issue, but it almost like they're talking to him like he got his bell rung because he was rolling around like he may have got popped.
Now, you can download a copy of this game or listen to it on demand by going to PASplus.net. There's a streaming schedule of upcoming games and links to our mobile apps, too. So all you got to do is just go to PASplus.net and download a copy of this game or, like I said, listen to it on demand. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and hopefully during this injury timeout, we'll come back. Hopefully he'll be able to get up and walk under his own power. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus. 31-24 your score. James Clemens on top of Sparkman. That was Miles Taylor, the junior defensive back for James Clemens. Kind of able to get up and walk under his own power, but he's a little wobbly, so it looks like he might have taken a shot.
They're like Tweety birds flying around the top of that head right there.
A little doozy right there.
He took a shot somewhere.
So I hope he's okay.
You hate that on a play that didn't even matter.
You really do.
Whistle was blown.
So fake the handoff, throws it across the middle, pass caught by Rozier, not Dozier. Rozier. There was a
like the
running back from Miami went on to play for the Oilers.
He did.
Mike Rozier. So that pass complete brings up first down. So 1st and 10 from their own 49. Another quick pass, throws it up to Rozier. He makes the catch. Brought down by number 15, Brody Stinson.
No.
Is that not Brody?
No, Brody's 13. 15 is William Richards.
Oh, I was looking
That's the
right
one we've called a couple times.
Yes, we have. I'm looking at Brody Stinson's number right there. Man, I got all excited. I thought I had one right.
You get all of them right. That's you know.
Every now and then you make a mistake.
Especially when it's a new guy.
Yep. So Richards
and kind of looking at them with all their sleeves and all that stuff.
I can't tell.
They're built kind of the same.
They are. All right, so 2nd and 5, 2:15 and counting. Ward. 2 splits to either side. Drops back to pass. Throws it over the sidelines. Caught by number 14. He's off to the races. They're not going to call that. That was not a face mask. So first down as he's brought down at the 20. So 2:05 left to play in the game as they are now close to the red zone.
It was a nice pass. We
really
had 3 guys around him. He really wasn't that open, but great job of sitting down right there in a little soft spot, and they hit him.
So Slate with the reception. Going to hand it off to number 5. He's going to go up the middle, but Jennings is going to be there to bring him down after that pickup of about 3 yards.
Well, let's see what we're made of right here on defense, right? We've bowed our neck pretty good on some other occasions this year, backed up in our own territory, and it'll be a good time to do it again here because you know it's going to be 4th down territory.
So they're going to fake the handoff. No, they're going to give it to number 5, and he's going to jump right into Ruffin's arms as Ruffin and Jennings bring down the running back. 1.5 minutes left to play in the game, and the clock is still going. They need a touchdown. It's 3rd and about 4. Come on, D. It's time to step up. We need that defensive stop. Here we go. Jennings jumps back. He almost jumped off sides, able to get back in time. Ward looks over to the sidelines. Play clock under 20 seconds. Game clock almost at 1 minute. Ward goes up to the line of scrimmage, tells his boys what he wants them to do. Running back to his right. 2 splits to the far side. Man in motion. Ward takes the snap, looking to throw it deep towards the end zone. There's a holding call. He's rolling out to the far side. No, they're not going to throw the penalty flag. He's tackled inbounds. 4th down.
That was a great job right there. That's Hayes Harrison once again on pursuit. They got the ball out there. They're trying to get a timeout called.
Finally get the timeout with 30 seconds.
They had a hard time getting anybody's attention right there. The referees were worried about getting the ball in and all that, and had a hard time getting their attention. So 36 seconds left. We get the timeout on a huge 4th down right here.
Big time 4th down right here. And, I think Sparkman's only got 1 timeout left. So that's, if my math is correct, which is possible, it might be incorrect.
I know where you're not going to find out about timeouts.
No, it's on
our scoreboard.
Yeah. So I know we've got 2 because we called 1 earlier in the 3rd quarter. So 36 seconds left to play in the ballgame. James Clemens up 31-24. Now, Coach Johnson, if I remember correctly, at Sparkman last year, we went in overtime.
Not last year.
Was it not last year? I thought we
2
went
years
into overtime.
ago.
Was it 2 years ago? At Sparkman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in the rain. Yeah, that was the torrential downpour. Yeah, we played at Sparkman 2 years in a row. So it's the first time back here.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 13-9 in overtime.
Okay.
Actually, I hate to tell you this, 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
We played, 3 years ago here, we went into overtime.
Wow.
Last year was 41-17.
I knew we went into overtime at one point. I was mixing them all together.
21-15 was that rain game 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good Lord.
I came to do the halftime
Yes, you
show,
did.
and I got the booth soaking wet.
So 36 seconds left to play in the ball game. Fourth down. 4th and 3. Here's the game right here. Could be. Fake the handoff. Quick pass over the middle. Caught. First down. Play clock. It's going to stop.
Hey, by the way, I got a correction from Steve Bush, a big Nebraska Cornhusker. I'll tell you after this play.
All right. So Ward takes a snap, hands it off to the running back. He's going to find his way through. It's going to be met at the 5-yard line, brought down.
Woods.
20 seconds and counting. I guess
Mike
Sparkman
Rozier was a Cornhusker, by the way.
Oh, yes, he was, wasn't he?
Big time running back for the
Hurricane.
Huskers.
So timeout on the field. You're right. I forgot about that. I stand correct. He won the Heisman, right?
Steve will let us know. He's a big Cornhusker.
Pretty sure he won the Heisman. I was trying to put him out there with the Alonzo Highsmith was the running back I was thinking about from Miami.
Yeah, Rozier was a Nebraska Cornhusker.
Yes, he was.
Back in the heyday of the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, Tom Osborne.
So, hey, here we are. They get their it'll be second down at the 5, a little inside the 5.
Yeah, second and goal at the
13 seconds left. Hey, how big was the Doty play to end the first half now?
Oh, huge.
Because instead of this going down as tie game going for the win, they're just trying to tie this sucker up.
Yeah. So we just need a stop. We need this stop right here because I believe they are completely out of timeouts. So they called that timeout right there.
So they're going to take shots into the end zone.
Yeah,
right?
they got to. Yeah, they got 3 downs. 2 downs. 3 downs. 2, second, third, fourth. Yeah, 3 more downs. But I had to do it on my toes.
Yes, he won the Heisman.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
So 13 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Now we're going to call a timeout.
Now James Clemens is going to call a timeout.
And if my math is correct, that's 2 for us. We've got 1 left.
Man, I tell you, man, this has been an action-packed ball game tonight. Just to kind of recap, like you said, Jabbar capped a 65-yard drive to open the game. Only took 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock for a quick 7-0 score for Sparkman. Then we end up getting the ball. We fumble deep in our own territory. Give the ball back to Sparkman. Their second drive. They weren't able to get as far as they did the first time, so they had to kick a field goal. Score was 10-0 at that point. Then James Clemens comes back and does a drive, and it's a double pass. Marsh to Cooper, Cooper to Berry for 38 yards. That puts us 10-7. Then Sparkman answered with Jabbar, 52-yard touchdown reception to go up 17-7. And then Doty scored 2 touchdowns to finish the first half.
Speaking of Ty Doty, don't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's okay.
Guess who's in on defense?
Oh, I can see you. Number 11.
So they dropped off one linebackers, knowing that it's this pass situation. They Ruffin is out of the game. Doty goes in as an extra defensive back to cover right here. The slot guy, it looks like.
So Ward, 2 splits to either side. Running back behind him. Boy, a sack would be nice right here. Going to fake the handoff. Ward's going to run. He's got room. He's going to get in. He's going to be short. Now they're going to say he got in. Man, he was met right at the goal line.
That was a collision.
So here we go. Able to get in there, Ward. I tell you, man.
Got their coaching staff right underneath us here, I think.
They're yelling into the James Clemens fans' ears.
Oh, they want to go for 2 right here up in the stands. I think the coaches are thinking different. Well, that's a tough play right there with him on that rollout.
Yeah.
Because if you go just totally with the receiver, he just walks in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
If you leave your receiver to come get him right there,
he dumps it
off to him. We had the guys, the numbers there to do both, but just reacted a little bit late in that collision about the 1 yard line. He had enough momentum to fall forward into the end zone. because we hit him about the one.
Oh, yeah. No,
and if he goes sideways or backwards on that thing, he doesn't get in, and probably the clock runs out.
1 yard backwards.
Yeah.
If they were starting that play from 1 yard further back, he doesn't get in.
That's right.
And so that's ball game.
And the clock runs out, and it's ball game.
It.
So, hats off to him for sacrificing his body and getting enough to just reach across the line, because it was really close.
Yeah, it was. So 31-30 is your score. So a lot of the fans,
big extra point,
coaches, everybody over here, the Sparkman side, they're wanting to go for 2. But looking like they're going to go for the extra point. Boy, I tell you, a block would be awesome. Get out of here, because
would it be good?
Awesome.
Would it be awesome?
It would be awesome.
You think this place would get loud?
Oh, this place would lose it. We'd have lights. Freak Daddy would turn those lights on. We jumped offsides.
Now they're going to go for 2, unless it's on them.
Unless they move. Yeah,
it's
they
on
moved.
them. How about that?
So they moved. So that's going to move them back 5 yards. Now,
because if it would have been the other way around, they may have thought about going for 2.
Absolutely, cut it half the distance to the goal. So this is going to be a 25-yard extra point try now. Straight on.
That's not automatic in high school.
No, it's really not. Low snap.
Bad snap.
He stuttered. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked. The light show. I called it. Freak Daddy. Way to step up.
Wow.
Low snap.
Couldn't be handled.
He slipped. And then we were able to get in there and convert.
There's no chance at that point. We had too much penetration. The kicker had to stop and start again.
That was awesome.
And then they kicked it right into our guys. What an ending to this game.
So the only thing left for Sparkman to do is do the onside kick. So 6.5 seconds left to play in this ball game. James Clemens with a 31-30 score. Wow, that's exciting.
Well, they're going to have some kind of squib, obviously, onside kick. But even with the onside kick, 6.5 seconds, you got a chance to throw one up into the end zone. If you get the onside kick, you maybe have a couple seconds left.
So obviously, I can look out there and see that the kickoff return team is a lot smaller than we usually have.
Did you just see Coach? They're looking for their hands team, right?
Yeah.
And Rose must be on the hands team and is back in the back. and one of the coaches comes screaming through the group of guys and just grabs him by the back of the shoulder pad and says, "You got to be on the field, man."
So that is the hands team. It is, man, you've got Ruffin out there. You got Cooper. You've got.
There ain't nobody going to block.
They got Barry. I see Doty. I see Cooper. I see Woods. I see. Let's see, who else?
Ruffin.
I see Little.
Stinson.
We've got Laughlin out there.
All of the receivers.
We've got Townsend.
You got Eggert.
I mean, we're running down the entire kickoff return team.
Hey, if we got to run like a lateral play, this is the dude you want running that.
Absolutely.
But I just want somebody to catch this.
Here's the onside kick. It's going to take that hop, and I think we got it.
Yep.
We did. We got it. Doty comes
down with it. Him and Eggert went up at the same time. I was scared they were going to knock it away from each other. So now we just take a knee.
So the most celebrated formation in all of college football, or all of football, college, high school, pro, it doesn't matter. It's the victory formation.
Hey, and I think we run it traditionally.
We just get under center.
I think we're under center.
Yeah.
You don't see that much anymore.
I don't understand why people just go under center, guys.
Well, because they don't practice being under center much anymore. Everybody isn't. Well, right when I said that, look where we're at.
The pistol. So he's going to go to the pistol.
Liar.
So he's got Doty behind him, Williams to his left, takes a snap, touches it. That's ball game. 31-30. That was a great football game. Blocked the extra point to win that. Our fans are going to storm the field. Actually, it's the student section. That's about 100 of them. Look at him in that. Look at him.
Look at the ghillie suits.
Ghillie gear right there.
It's always camo for Sparkman every year, and we got guys in full-on ghillie suits out here.
That's awesome. Well, hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show. Your final score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 30. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's tailgate talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, Tim Lambert. Missing you, Brad. Final score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 30. With this victory, Coach Johnson, we stay undefeated in the region.
Absolutely. What a big game.
Huge.
You know, and kudos to these coaches for the tough schedule, non-region. Had us prepared for a tight, tough game like this. We've seen speed. We've seen some size. We've seen those things. And so we haven't just walked through our schedule, which is fine. You're preparing for this. You're preparing for the playoffs, right? And so when things got tough there late in the game, we've been in games like that. We've seen some speed like this. And, what a good job by the team. After last week looking a little sloppy in some areas, special teams played a big role tonight.
They did. Huge.
Defensively, we played good football. Offensively looked much better tonight than we did a week ago. And that's against a team that was undefeated and really putting a pounding on people.
Yeah.
So, man, we take control of the region and really going into next week becomes a huge game to win in the region.
Absolutely.
Because who's left after that? Grissom and
Albertville,
who have been beat by just about everybody. Yeah. So next week's game could be the game to I'm not going to say clinch it because you got to do your job against the other two. But really the last real test before you get to the playoffs.
Well, and the reason why that's so important, this win tonight against Sparkman, a really good, talented team, fast, but like you said, I mean, we've seen this type before. We saw them last week again. We saw Muscle Shoals, probably one of the fastest teams we've seen and are going to see all year.
Absolutely.
At least until we get to the playoffs. And so that allowed us to handle these receivers that Sparkman had, which were quick. You had Jabbar and you had Rozier that were really dominant in the first half.
Well, and what it sets you up for looking forward is as long as you don't have a monumental meltdown the rest of the way.
Right.
You get a home game in the playoffs.
Absolutely. That's why it's huge.
And then if you do your job and win the region, you get the 4 seed coming out of Birmingham instead of the 3.
Yeah.
And that could be a big swing depending on who's coming out of there.
Yeah, I mean, you got your Thompsons and you've got Hoover. Not so much this year. Hoover, I think they're struggling. But
they put it on Oak Mountain tonight, so that could end up being the 4 seed.
There you go. Well, and we've seen
a dangerous 4 seed,
and we've seen Hoover come to town.
Yeah,
Robbie Ashford, who's the quarterback for Auburn now.
Don't bring that up. Overtime, right down in this corner. I was standing there watching it. I remember.
I was up here watching it. So, but no, but again, that's still far away.
Great response tonight after what we saw last week. There's no doubt about that.
And so, looking at next week against Austin, I mean, defensively, our defense is starting to gel. It's great to see Poe get back. We've seen Jennings. We've seen Brown. We've seen our defensive linebackers. We've seen our secondary step up. Our secondary, I think, has gotten better each game. And what you mentioned, Mountain Brook, offensive team, Muscle Shoals, offensive team, I just don't know who. Maybe Austin is that talented offensively, but I haven't seen anybody other than Ward tonight really able to pick us apart.
Yeah, and the deal is going into next week, the little bit I've watched on Austin, I watched them in Sparkman's film a little bit. They're going to have big athletic kids, but they're not going to be as fast as what we saw tonight.
Yeah.
And I know their offensive line is pretty slow. And you're playing into the hands of Jennings and Brown when that happens. And so and they're huge now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about their offensive line. They're wide.
Yeah.
They got some big boys, but they're not very quick. And I just feel like they're going to have trouble keeping us out of the backfield next week, which plays into our hands. And they're not going to have the quarterback that this group had tonight. They actually play 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, Austin does?
Yeah, they got one guy that's an older guy that's been around. He's kind of not going to hurt you, so to speak. He manages the game, can throw a little bit. Now, they've got a younger quarterback that I saw play during the second quarter of the Sparkman game. Athletic, long kid, can sling the ball, but he's a younger guy. So you'll see 2 quarterbacks, and if they're not stopping Jennings and Brown next week, you might see that athletic quarterback more often.
So your final score, 31-30. James Clemens with the victory, but let's take a look and see what our Lawlers Fan of the Week, who that is. And if you want to enter your name in for the Lawlers Fan of the Week, all you got to do is go to pasplus.net. We'll announce the winner during our postgame show of each James Clemens home game. The winner gets a gift card from Lawlers Barbecue. Tonight's winner is Benny Colvett. Benny, congratulations. You are our Lawlers Fan of the Week. You've got 2 weeks to draw by WKAC Radio to pick up your gift card. So, Benny, congratulations. And like I said, if you would like to enter your name in for the Lawlers Fan of the Week, just go to pasplus.net. You can enter your name in for that. For Time Out with Taziki's, you can listen to us on the call as we do our in-flight movie quote. And we congratulate all of our winners tonight. Time Out with Taziki's, our in-flight movie quote winner. But now it's time for everybody's favorite post-game part.
Mellow Mushroom.
Hey, that could be their jingle. Mellow Mushroom. The Mellow Mushroom player of the game. And it seemed early on in the season we were very offense-heavy in the player of the game. But over the past couple of games, last week and tonight, defensively, against the number one of the top 3 teams offensively in the state.
That's right.
In Sparkman, we were able to make some things happen and keep them out of the end zone and get away with this one point victory.
And look, it's easy to look at offense.
Right.
It stands out. It's big plays. It's sexy, right?
Right, absolutely.
And so we could easily pick out one of our offensive guys every night. But when a guy plays well on the defensive side that may not get noticed all the time, you want to make sure you point him out. And a guy that has really improved every week, we call him more and more and more, is Hayes Harrison at that middle linebacker position. And we talk about what a good job our defensive front does keeping those guys tied up at the line and allowing our linebackers to flow. But early in the season, we didn't call their names a whole lot. The safeties were making the plays. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, Ruffin last week, I think, got our player of the week, if I remember right. And now Hayes is all over the place. And Hayes is one of those throwback, nasty, middle linebackers.
Got the head, the little head pillow behind his helmet.
Got the cowboy collar.
Yeah.
He's got the arms taped up. He's a shorter, stockier guy. Reminds me of like a Zach Thomas, played at Texas Tech and then with the Dolphins. And he's just kind of got that nasty mentality. And it showed up tonight big. I don't know how many tackles exactly he had, but, man, he made some big stops when it mattered.
He did.
He was in the backfield coming in, scraping through those holes and being in the right position. And that's the biggest improvement from Ruffin and him and that whole linebacker crew is they're getting the right reads and what holes to go in now, playing off that great defensive front. And, man, Hayes did a great job tonight, and he's our Mellow Mushroom player of the game.
So congratulations to Hayes. You are the Mellow Mushroom player of the game. You receive a gift card from Mellow Mushroom, and you can go over there and enjoy that pizza. So congratulations to him and all of our winners tonight and all of our sponsors. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, your final score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 30. Coach Johnson, I know they got you doing some stuff over there, but,
no, I'm good.
But again, we'll be back together in 2 weeks right here at Madison City School Stadium.
Right.
But,
big game at Austin. Just real quick, the scores. I mean, Austin put it on Grissom 42-7,
yeah.
So that we expected that. Bob Jones in Florence, 25-22. So Florence came back and made that a game after being 22-7. And then the rest of them are blowouts, man. I mean, you got Albertville down 36-7. So it's exactly what we said, right? Yeah. Next week is the game going towards the end.
Can't sleep through the rest of the season, that's for sure.
Right.
Now, we will not be with James Clemens next week as we go to Austin. James Clemens goes to Austin. What we'll do, you can join us on Play Action Sports as we'll be bringing you the game between the Clements Colts and Elkmont Red Devils. So we'll join us up there. I'll get to go up to where my wife teaches in Elkmont. So
they'll appreciate that.
They will. They love it. It's great to get up there. So we'll be at Elkmont next week for the Clements-Elkmont game.
Because Play Action Sports covers Limestone County.
Yes, it does.
There we go.
PAS Plus covers
PAS.
James Clemens. So, but we'll be back here in 2 weeks, Coach, and looking forward to it. All right. Any last-minute thoughts, Coach Johnson?
Man, just excited about the adjustments the guys made and the coaches made over the last week and the direction they're headed. Getting through that game right there is huge for our confidence. And once again, you come into a Sparkman game that's in the middle of the year, another year that it's really means a lot, and the Jets come out on top. I think that makes us 10-2.
I like it.
Over our career. So.
I like it. 10-2 against the Sparkman Senators. Your final score, James Clemens 31, Sparkman 30, staying undefeated in the region. Gotta like that.
That's right.
Love it. All right. For Coach Johnny Johnson, for Tim Lambert, I'm Kirk Pierce. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next week on Play Action Sports from Elkmont, and then in 2 weeks right here on PAS Plus, as we'll be bringing you more James Clemens football right here.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at tazikiscafe.com. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. You've been listening to James Clemens High School Football. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. James Clemens High School Football is a production of Play Action Sports.